Welcome back to another episode of Stay on Target. I'm your host, Dustin. Thanks for tuning in tonight with us. We got a great show for you guys. A little on the skeleton crew size of us tonight, but we're gonna give you the best, and we're gonna have a lot of fun along the way. So let's run on down to the rundown. We got question of the week, Holonet news. We got X-Men 97 episode 4, Motindo, Life Death Part 1. That's hard to say. Non-spoiler and spoiler review of that episode. Game time. And we'll finish it off with questions from you guys. So if you guys have questions, get them in soon because we might get to that pretty quick. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We don't have as much tonight, which is totally fine with me. But speaking of questions and questionable potential panelists, are you? Because you're the fact checker.
Yep. So I question.
You're still a panelist though.
Oh, I don't know.
Because you talk about things. So we got with us tonight the fact checker. What's up, fact checker?
Yeah, not good stuff because we're here together with each other.
Yes, we're here together with each other. Just the two of us tonight.
Yeah,
we might have a third show up.
You never know what's going to
happen.
happen.
You never know what's going to happen on Stay on Target. It's a live show.
I thought you were going to go there.
Yeah, for sure. Who do we have with us though tonight? Because that's the real. They're the real panelists.
That's what I was thinking.
Gonkers.
Yeah.
They got the most to say.
And good stuff.
And good stuff
always.
to say. Yeah, what's
For
going
sure.
on?
Well,
who's here?
Well, I know Skylark is hanging out. Moderator said, hey, Sonic crew, and saying hi to different ones. Hannah, our other moderator, of course, will be... she jumped in a little bit ago. She will probably join us in a bit, though. So
nice. She's still here. She's still... do not cross her. She will kick you out with a vengeance.
Yep. If not, I'll tell her, and then she'll do it later.
Everybody, yeah.
No, just kidding.
You work as a good team, you guys.
Yeah.
All right, who else?
But fortunately, we've got a good crew. So we've got Sonia hanging out, and Icy's here, and then KG is here right on time, she said, and then
nice.
Lots of F and C's. That
wow.
sounds really bad, but for fact checker. Sorry.
Oh, my goodness. Starting us off strong there, fact checker.
I'm sorry. So, yeah.
I just had a joke, but I'm not going to say it. Good.
So, good crew with us. I'm sure we've got a few people lurking in the background,
We love the lurkers. We love the lurkers here, okay? If you're lurking or watching again later, thank you for watching. Thank you for lurking, and thank you for being here. We appreciate it. All right, well, let's jump right into question of the week.
Can you speak Bocce?
Of course I can, sir. It's like a second language to me. I'm a
All right, shut up. I'll take this.
Shut up, sir.
Luke!
All right, question of the week for you guys. Which type of droid would you take into battle with you, and what would you name it? The naming it is, that's a big part. Okay, we got to know your name.
Oh, no.
Name your droid, but what droid specifically? Say you're going into like an all-out battle. Think Geonosis. Whenever the clones show up and they're fighting against the droid army, what droid are you taking? Well, maybe that's not the best example because there's droids on the other side. But you could still have a friendly droid on your side. Anyway, or the Republic, I guess you could say, into a big battle there. But which droid? What kind of droid would you go on? There's a lot of different droids in Star Wars. So many good ones. We got K2SO coming back for Andor Season 2, which I'm pumped about as well.
I think I was reading a little bit more on that this morning, and they were saying how important K2SO is to the overall story.
Yes.
And we're going to see more of that in Andor Season 2.
That's awesome.
I know. I was like, okay, I didn't know I wanted that, but once I heard it,
right,
I'm really excited.
Yeah, no, agreed. And Alan Tudyk, anything you put Alan Tudyk in, he automatically makes everything that much better because he's hilarious, but a great actor and a good storyteller. And funny. He just knows how to bring seriousness with comedy. That's what I really like about him. But also, one of the most sad things about Rogue One was the fact that I got attached to these characters and don't get any more. Yeah, and then we got Andor, so we did get more. And I liked all the new almost all the new characters they added in, especially Luthen. But bringing K2SO is going to be fun and funny. I feel like it's going to bring that levity to Andor that was kind of missing, but not. There was still moments of levity in the show. I'd say with Cyril Karn and stuff like that, but it wasn't like overt as over as Alan Tudyk is going to make it be.
Yeah.
So, but that's a great droid right there. Mm-hmm. What is that? I forget the name of that type of droid. It's like an Imperial Enforcer droid or something like that.
Let me look it up. K2SO.
I should have that ready to go. Sorry, I didn't realize we were going to go down this path, but we did. But yeah, if you could fact check that for me.
Modified KX series security droid.
Security droid, the KX series. That's like high up on the list, honestly, for me, if I was going to take one. Have I given you enough time to think about what droid you're taking? All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I think I know what you're going to go with.
There's a few answers I want to do, but I won't do the obvious one.
It's kind of like...
It'd be hilarious.
You know, whenever people say, what's your favorite movie?
Yeah.
And you basically skip over Star Wars because it's just a given. Like, all Star Wars is going to be in my top 5, which was 6. But you feel
like you betray them by not at least mentioning them.
Right, exactly. So there's definitely the obvious choice here. I know what you're thinking, I think, maybe. But yeah, let's list the one underneath of it. Or you can say it first if you want to.
You tell me what you think I'm thinking.
I think you're thinking of Gonk. You're taking a Gonk droid into battle.
That's what I was thinking. Because Gonks are awesome. They're just so hilarious.
Look, the Gonk is like it's like the trump card. Like, it takes everything, It wins it all. Like, if you bring a Gonk, just dunzo. It just eviscerates everybody.
Yeah, it's not the fastest or like the...
It doesn't even matter. Just its sheer presence destroys your enemies.
Yeah.
We really need to come out with like a comic or some sort of series where it's like how Gonks... We kind of already came up with the backstory about it, about like the Gonk the Ultimate is like living in the distance, and he just sends out all the Gonk droids, and they're just spying on everybody, and he's just planning and taking over, and then he activates all the unassuming Gonk droids, and then they just start wrecking shop.
Nice.
And take over the entire galaxy.
Right.
I'm just saying, this could be a great what if.
Animated shorts coming.
It would be hilarious. I want to see that. But anyway, so what's your second choice, though? If you can't, Gonk, obviously, again, it's the obvious choice. We love Gonks, and we agree that's the perfect one.
For sure. Well, it might be along the same lines as the K2SO, but the IG-11, I think, ended up being
IG series.
Incredibly versatile and
also hilarious.
But helpful and long arms, tall. He's got the whole package.
Wow, sounds like you're describing your perfect man.
No. Oh, gosh, no. Oh my goodness. Didn't mean for that.
Are you sure? I think the fact checker is blushing. I wish I had a blush button for you.
Oh gosh,
that would be hilarious. We need to get emotions like built in somehow that I can add.
That would be funny.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
I see Duke jumped in though.
Yeah, and Darmoto said lurking.
Lurking, I love it.
We love the lurkers.
We love the lurkers.
Yep.
Lurkers are allowed at least just one lurking comment.
But like to turn off lurk mode for one comment, and then you can turn it back on.
One effing seeing lurking comment. Just like you said earlier. You poop mouth.
Well,
poop mouth Ron Burgundy.
I didn't know how to say it, so I botched it.
It's a bunch of effing C's tonight, people.
No.
Oh my goodness!
That's
wow.
me.
Oh, we got Tamerkins lurking.
Yeah, nice.
In his classroom. Wow.
Classroom,
wow. Hey, you know what? Honestly, we still have a perfect record, according to us. That if you watch us or listen to us as you study, perfect score every time, has not failed. But
and as she studies and helps others who are studying.
Right. It does. All right, cool. Well, so you were, what was your choice again? It was IG, the IG droid series.
Yeah.
All right. I like that choice. Obviously, they're assassin droids. So, or bounty hunter droids, technically. But there's like a whole book. There is a book based on IG. That was weird. IG, not 11, IG 88.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, IG. Wait,
no.
Shoot. What's the other one? Now I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, that's probably right.
I thought it was IG 88. Wow, I forget everything while we're live. But IG 88, there's a book about him and like or them. It's like a whole series. It's or not a series, but
88B.
No, it's IG 88. There's IG 11. There's IG 88.
Okay.
IG 88 was the original.
Yeah.
That came before IG 11.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you, KG pointed out as well. Thank you. But yeah, that's a great one. Obviously, we saw it in the Mando how that's probably the best thing that we've seen in regards to how effective they can be.
Yeah.
Not exactly the fastest, but they can wreck shop. So
Yeah, if I can take 2 droids, Gonk and IG.
Gonk and, oh
It's
my,
pretty
you would
straightforward.
be unstoppable.
That's what I need then.
Yeah. All right. Well, I like that answer. For me,
Thank you.
you're welcome. For me, this was a tough one. It's tough to think about, but I think potentially the most effective droid, but it's also kind of human-like, but still kind of scary, is those hunter-killer assassin droids from like the Clone Wars era. I think in the new game that's coming out, I forget the name of the game.
Oh, because we're live on
Yeah, I forget
the
everything.
HK series.
Is that what it is? HK series, but
Yes,
they're like the ones
hunter
that
killer assassin droid.
Hunter
Yep.
killer, yeah, HK. That makes sense. F&C. HK.
See what you did there.
But Outlaws. Thank you. KG's got it for me. Thank
All
you,
right,
KG.
KG, she is the panelist on Target.
Yeah, we got third fact checker.
Yeah, so probably first.
No, that's awesome. But yeah, they're just so agile. I love the fact that how agile they are. Good with a blaster. Good with close up ranged weapons as well. They're fast. Although that B2 from Mando season 3
They
was
were fast.
almost like a HK droid, but
Yeah.
I think with a funny personality in that HK droid that makes me laugh, or is like funny, kind of like a K2SO. I think it'd be kind of the best of both worlds, because it might look a little bit more unassuming if you made it look a little less scary. But I would want that thing in battle because it's fast for one thing. It can cover me from a distance, but also it can cover me up close if we need to go like back to back or something like that. So obviously the first choice is going to be Gonk, but second choice is going to be HK Hunter Killer droid for me. Wow, I can speak.
I mean,
All
it
right.
kind of makes sense. Of course, you have to go with Hunter.
I do. I do love me some Hunter. So my honey Naboo. But yeah, no, for sure.
That was a layup
That was a great layup. Thank you.
for Friday.
Oh, I didn't even realize the layup. Thank
Okay.
you.
Well, if you want
Wow.
to, you don't have to do it.
No, that was you know what? You're doing such a good job. Why don't you bring us into this one? I am out of it. You go.
Well, on Friday, if you come back and join us for another Lego Star Wars gaming stream, we will have Hunter back.
Hunter
to
is
chat.
coming back, man. I'm pumped about that. Anytime Hunter's on, you never know what's going to happen, first of all. He's always going to speak his mind. And it is some of the most hilarious content that we ever create. So definitely come back Friday for the Lego gaming stream. We're playing the Skywalker Saga. We've been having a great time with it. There might be food involved. You never know what's going to happen. Some food on target. Definitely some Hunter on target. So
Well, speaking of, he just jumped
he
in.
just dropped in.
Said, just finished cooking dinner.
And he also said, feelings mutual, Dusty Bunny.
Yep, there you
Oh,
go.
yeah, I know you, Hunter. Oh, man. It's the best bromance of all time.
It might be
Maybe.
something.
It might be. I don't know about this.
No judgment.
No judgment. Thanks for jumping in, Hunter. Yeah, we're excited to have you, though, Friday for sure. So definitely, everybody come back at 9 o'clock, so 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be going live, and we field a lot of questions. It's just a fun chat with everybody that's involved. So it's going to be a blast, and we got lots of questions to come. But what's everybody saying in regard to the droid? What droid are they taking?
A lot of good answers. Yep. Coming at you.
Sorry. No, you were busy. I'm sorry.
Okay, so yes, let me zip back up here. So
Boy.
you said HK-88.
No.
No, Assassin Droid. Shoot.
Yeah, you're good.
I got confused with
No.
the IG-88.
Yeah,
Okay.
you combined them. That's fine.
Yep, something like that. So KG earlier had a good take. She said
Yeah?
maybe an IG named IG.
Oh, we didn't name
EYE.
ours. We failed.
Oh, that's true.
We didn't
I was
even name
hoping
ours.
You would forget that, but
No, we have to come up with a name.
the names are tough.
Names are tough, but that's what makes it kind of fun off the cuff. I mean, our gonkers are doing it, but they're also gonks,
'Cause they
so they are
listen.
supreme.
For sure. Well,
But-
why don't we read some of their? Unless you have one, I need time. I'm not as quick as you guys.
No, let's read theirs. I don't know yet either. That's a great point. What are they saying? What are they saying? I want to hear about it.
Okay, so yeah, KG said IG unit named IG, like EYEGEE. I mean, she's got
Was
it.
that KG?
Yes, of course.
That just, yeah. Nailed it right there.
For sure.
Although that might get a little confusing if people are saying your name in battle.
KGIG.
KGIG.
I mean,
Which one
there's
did you
a difference.
start? Then they might just switch to short acronyms, or
I and E,
just do K
I and K.
I.
That's true.
So to like delineate between the two of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's not
It still
hard
works,
to say
though.
KG or
It's like
IG.
the G Clan. Oh, G.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. Don't
Good
just cut me
one.
off. Keep going. Who else? What else we got?
Let's see. Then I'm looking back. So if you want to look at current chat.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll look
That would be
current.
good, 'cause-
you go back.
All right. So Duke said BB8 for the LOLs for the labs.
Yeah.
I'd call it B3MO. B3MO. Sorry.
B3MO.
Or BMO.
BMO.
Oh, got it. Okay, yeah.
BMO
Read
from
the whole thing.
Is that okay? BMO is that's hilarious. That's from Adventure Time. Have you ever seen the animated show Adventure
Well,
Time? BMO is one of the
little.
funniest droids in that show. Just surprising. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, one of the funniest lines is BMO's like, "If anyone tried to hurt you, I killed them." It's like a little like Game Boy thing. It's so funny. Anyway, I love.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
awesome.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I love that name.
All right.
Great name.
Good idea.
Dang it, that was great. Well, everybody on fire so far. What's next?
Skylark said IG unit would be great. I haven't seen a name, Skylark, so we need a name.
So far we got.
She's really clever. She'll have like 10 names
Oh,
in
I'm
2
sure.
seconds.
Yeah,
She probably
two-
already has posted them, and I missed them.
I'm not
but I'm
seeing them
getting
so
there.
far,
I'm
but
getting there.
if I do, I'll let you know.
Okay.
But yeah, no pressure, of course, either.
Yeah, well, we want to hear her creativity.
Hunter Davis says, "I love the penguin, dude." Yes, I know the penguin. Oh man, there's a rich lore even to the penguin. It's so. What was it? Gunk or something like that? I think it was the penguin's name. It's so funny. Oh my
I'm
goodness.
surprised you forgot it.
I know, right? Well, we're live. I forget everything.
Oh,
live.
that's true, that's
That's
true.
a given. All right. Do we have any more? Sorry.
Oh,
Continue
probably.
if you have any more.
Okay, I switched.
Gunther. Yes. Thank you, Hunter. I knew it was something like that. Gunther. Yep.
Nice.
Was one of the darkest characters in the whole show,
Well, of course he'll know the
which is
name.
hilarious. Hunter knows. Well, he's a Sith apprentice, so he's got to know these things.
Yeah.
He's got to emulate the evil power.
So why was he a good character?
He's hilarious.
Oh, just
again.
hilarious.
Yeah, it's just
I got
funny.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
in ironic ways. So
Interesting.
yeah. All right, keep going.
Okay, KG also said, I love the Gonk speaking in the Lego trailer. Yes, of course, that was.
Yes.
That's going to be good.
Yeah, so they actually, because they actually talked.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I
So
honestly,
weird.
that's what I'm looking forward to almost most about the series is they're acknowledging how hilarious and awesome gonks are, and they're going to make one talk. I mean, we're not going to be able to stop talking about that gonk forever. I feel like
know.
that's going to be a staple.
Are they reading our minds?
Maybe.
And how much we want Gonk?
Maybe. That means whoever's creating this show, I feel like has more of a pulse on Star Wars
Yeah.
than Star Wars does.
Yeah, they have a good team.
Yeah,
For
sounds
sure.
like it. We'll see how it actually ends up being, but
Wait, is Hannah on this team and she hasn't told
oh,
us?
maybe she is. Is she
Oh,
president
Hannah.
of the
She
Lego
might be.
Lucasfilm
Ooh, that'd
crossover?
Be a way to go.
That would be a great way.
Yeah.
You should get Nick on there.
That'd be fun too, for
That
sure.
would be awesome.
Can we all just
I want to join the Lego
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Star Wars. That sounds like a blast.
get others than not you?
All right.
Okay, let's see.
who
Icy
else?
said I'd take a commando droid. Nice.
Yeah. Oh shoot, which ones were the commando droids? Now I'm trying to remember what they look like. Hang on, I want to look it up. Commando droids. Is that the kind of the one I was thinking of?
Oh, BX series. Wait.
Commando droids. Hang on, I want to see this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
that's the same thing. That was more of what I was thinking of.
Oh.
What was the HK ones then?
They look kind of similar. I looked it up.
Was
They're
it-
tall and.
Oh no. Yeah, that's the old school. I was thinking Commander as well.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, they're both good.
Yeah, that's more Old Republic as HK. I was thinking, wow, I got way off. Yeah, when I was describing it, I was totally describing the Commander droids. Yeah, because they're like doing flips and stuff all over the place. Good
Oh.
with range, good with vibroblades. They're pretty epic, and that's what's going to be. The Commando droid is what's going to be in Outlaws.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, if you see this, I'll pull it up for you, fact checker.
Thank you.
Yeah, see, that's a Commando droid,
Okay.
and that's what I was thinking of. And they even
Well,
made
see,
that
they're
Commando
tall, too.
Yeah, they're pretty dang tall.
So
Yeah.
Don't be making fun of me for my tall selection.
No, I wasn't making fun of you for the tall selection. It was just
how I said
how
it.
you were describing. I was like, it sounds like you're describing something else. No, the command. Yeah, it's a BX. Okay, so yeah, BX. I should have got that right. Wow. So who said that?
Well, Icy. He had your back then.
Icy had. Thank you, Icy. You had my back. You covered me. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, otherwise we have Alpaca Whisperer and Iñaki joining us.
What's up, Alpaca Whisperer?
Yeah, good to
and Iñaki from the future, right?
Exactly. Good to see you guys. We are talking about what type of droid would you take into battle?
Yeah, that is the question of the
any thoughts or answers?
Sorry. Yeah, let's know. This is the question of the week. I was just going to say that's the question of the week. So, what droid would you take into battle with you, and what would you name it? That's the important part as well, which we failed on, but we've been thinking about it, and we're gonna give our. I almost wanted to give it like something unclever, like just like Bob, but there's already Jedi Bob.
Yeah,
you got to go. You got to do something clever though. So what kind is a commando? So, we're thinking about it live. You got one for yours yet?
No.
All right, yours was an IG unit.
IG, yep.
Indiana Greg. That's what yours is. No. Tall, dark, and handsome. Indiana Greg. But not quite as handsome as Indiana Jones.
Yeah, see? That's just too close of a reference point. So
you could call it Indy. Just call it Indy.
Yeah, maybe.
We named the dog Indy. I like that one for you.
Oh, well, I'm glad you do. Why don't you think of one for you?
Yeah, I know, right? I was trying to think of it. So Commander, he's always flipping around. Goes Commando.
I know.
Oh, shoot. What would I name it? This is pretty sad because just Mando. They'd all be like, what? A Mandalorian here? It's just my Commando droid. I do like the Indiana Greg because it's just like it's like not as good version of Indiana
better than
Jones.
some others that are
floating around out there. Oh, Ando the Commando. I like that. KG's helped me out. Thank you. Yeah. Magna Guard. Ooh, that one is good as well. Yes.
No, Iñaki. Good, really good name.
Good pull there, Iñaki, because Magna Guards, man, they were tough. Fighting even Jedi. And they keep coming at you, even if you cut them apart.
Wow.
That was pretty impressive. Well, he chops off the one's head and it still keeps attacking Obi-Wan.
That's crazy.
That's a good call right there.
And Skylark said her IG droid name Nightshade.
Nightshade.
Very
Ooh,
cool.
That sounds cool. What kind of droid did she want? Was it an IG? I think it was an IG.
I think it was an IG as well.
Yeah. I feel like you got to come up with something clever for droids that I'm not pulling right now.
Well, I love how like Hannah and Leah did Snail. I mean, it's,
Snail's hilarious.
You would look at a snail normally and
not
think necessarily cute.
It just works.
They are, but
it just works. Well, and they're kind of slow. The B1 droids. Maybe I'd name mine Turbo, but do like no. Then I'd constantly be thinking Turbo Man. Turbo Man from
that's a pretty
Schwarzenegger. Maybe I'll call him. Actually, Commando.
Arnold.
Arnold. He'd be like, if I would totally program him to have Arnold's voice, though. That would be hilarious.
You never understand
a Commando droid. He's like, come on, let's attack them. We're like, what are you saying? Get to the chopper. Oh, my goodness. Jingle all the way. Good pull there, KG. Yep. Thank you. I feel like people watch our show just to like, can they guess the references?
You have built up that like
repertoire.
Well, that skill.
It's kind of
the tease. I don't know.
It's a fun activity during our shows. There we go.
Yeah,
it's like bonus content almost.
Ooh, basically. Though afterwards, if we were really good, we would post all the references. Afterwards, see how many they got.
Yeah, that's a really. Now you're getting it. Why are you making more work for us? Why don't we just tell them what it is eventually afterwards?
Much easier in the moment.
If people get it, we usually tell them. Absolutely. But if they don't, we don't always tell them. It's always, you never know. But I was thinking actually instead of Arnold, because Commando is Sylvester Stallone. Oh. So I feel like I'd need to name him Sylvester.
Oh, okay.
Sylvester the Commando droid.
Just go Vester.
Vester?
I don't know.
Then it sounds like Vespa. I don't want to go Vespa.
Okay, then Sylvester. Although
Sylvie.
Yeah, it just
and
sounds.
has Arnold's voice.
Oh no,
Sylvie, get over here. Yes.
Sylvie.
Yes, my master. Let's destroy them all. Ah! That'd be hilarious.
That would be funny.
All right, sorry, but I see
That's okay. Yeah.
the chat is how about Robot Fly?
No, that's the one we were supposed to ignore.
Oh, I didn't even realize. I was thinking he was making a serious comment about
no.
robots that can fly. Technically, mine can't fly, but it can do some crazy air. But you could trick it out.
Yeah.
I would. That would be one of the first things in Star Wars. Like if I actually lived in Star Wars, I feel like this is another question. If I actually lived in Star Wars, the first thing I'd do is figure out like a suit that like keeps you alive in space for like a long period of time, and with the jetpack that you can like initiate like quick, so then you can like fly around because it's Star Wars. You're always in space. I would want some sort of like extra protection. Like if I get sucked out into space, I can like hit a button on my chest like Iron Man style or something that like fully encapsulates me, and then yeah, spacesuit.
Yeah,
so
I was gonna say,
spacesuit.
Duke is
Yes,
calling
a
it,
spacesuit, but a cooler Star Wars version of a space. Thank you, Duke. You duked me on that one. You duked me.
KG, we have those in real life, but pricey though.
Yeah, I want mine to be almost like Iron Man tech or something where it's like you hit a button and then
Invisible.
yeah, like because I don't want it to be bulky all the time. I want it to just kind of and then either a jetpack or something. I would wear a jetpack all, or the rocket boots is pretty awesome in Star Wars as well.
Nice.
And then I would kit my droid out because that why not? If you have that technology that's really good, I mean, there's so many applications to that would come in handy. So.
Would you kit them so much that they become a transformer?
Ooh, I don't know if I'd go that far. That sounds a little more in depth. I'd probably just kit them out with a lot of weapons, especially if we're going into battle. Make it so that he can fly. Definitely give him the Arnold voice, even though it's Sylvester.
Yeah, did you see Archangel?
I did not. What Archangel's here?
Joined in, said sorry, but Commando is Arnold.
Oh, you're right. So it even works even better. I was thinking of shoot. Why do I forget everything live on air? I could think of all this stuff off air.
That's why
I was thinking
they're here for us.
Oh no, what is it? It's what's Sylvester Stallone's ones then? The famous ones that he did. Fact checker, help me. Well, yeah.
That's all I can think of.
That would be a good name, actually, Rocky.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Also a SpongeBob reference too. No.
Okay. Skylark, you've thought about this, Dustin.
I have. Sorry, we need to move on actually, but I need to figure
Rambo.
Rambo. That's what it is. I was like, why am I saying? You're absolutely right. Commando is. Oh man. Archangel Epic's coming in clutch here. Everybody's helping me out tonight. I'm feeling the love tonight.
Yeah.
You guys are all watching me struggle live on air, and I just appreciate everybody helping me.
They're
but
awesome.
I think this is a perfect segue.
It is. This is the layup.
This is the layup right here that you set me up and I failed. But I'm going to follow
number
through.
2.
Attempt number 2, baby. No, speaking of Archangel Epics, we're super excited to announce that Raphael Hebert from Archangel Epics is going to be live on our show next Wednesday, okay? We're going to be talking a lot of Star Wars. We're going to be talking about his fan film. Some interesting things happen there. Hope to get his thoughts and ideas and maybe prevent some things from happening in the future if we can help him in any way. But we also got a new segment with him as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you guys haven't yet set your calendars, Raphael Hebert, I'm still probably saying that wrong.
No, I think you got
Pretty
it.
close.
Yeah, he confirmed that, I think, last time.
But Archangel Epics is going to be live on air with us next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as always, on the same channel.
Very cool.
So definitely come back for that. It's going to be a blast. And we got another guest lined up for the future.
Yeah.
I won't announce it now, but
a few weeks from now.
So we're excited about that. We got lots of stuff. We're trying to up the ante a little bit more. And we got Hunter, of course, another guest coming on Friday. So definitely be there for that. Man, it's going to be a good time. All right. What's the chat saying? I don't want to miss anybody if they have any other.
Duke said he would love a whole mass army of mouse droids. Which would be hilarious.
I did not click the right button. That is a great answer.
Isn't that
would
good?
be so funny, but also terrifying, but also cute at the same time.
Yeah. Like, where would you step? Because you'd hurt your feet if you stepped on them. So, like, you would have to run if they were all wheeling towards you.
Wheeling towards you. Well, and if every single one of them had a weapon on top, that would be terrifying.
Well, yeah. Yeah, whatever. They were kicked.
The only problem about it, though, is terrain. I never understood how they got like over stairs and stuff because they are like pretty low profile with the wheels.
Don't they have tracks or are they wheels?
I'm pretty sure they're wheels, but I'm not 100%.
I have to look this up. Mouse droid.
There was a back.
Yeah, they do.
They have little wheels, right?
Yeah.
But hey, if we can kit and mod ours, he could kit and mod his.
Yeah,
that would be terrifying, honestly. It'd be like you know the beetles from The Mummy.
Ugh.
How there was like so many, they just swarm you and like consume you.
No.
I'm imagining that,
no.
but maybe not as grotesque.
Please, no.
But
but yeah, Duke said the goal is to mildly inconvenience everyone.
I mean, it really would if you had enough of them too. Then you could just take everybody out because they're all distracted by the crazy amount of mouse droids, either by cuteness or also by terrifyingness. So
he
scarabs.
said the scarabs. Yeah,
exactly.
Don't they make
Thank
like
you.
a cute little noise? The mouse droids?
Yeah, there's like squeaky little noise.
Yeah, that's cute.
You know, it was funny. The Star Wars channel used to have a show. I don't know if they still do. I haven't watched it in a while. Where they had a mouse droid and it was named Cheese, I think. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
But that's the fun. The fun is naming your droid. I'm gonna have to think about it a little bit more. Obviously, Commando's great, but But you gotta like throw in numbers. Like what? Who did that earlier? Somebody threw in like numbers and letters and made
BMO.
BMO.
Yeah, it was
Duke, right? Or no, not Duke, because Duke was the one who came up with that.
I already forgot.
I'm forgetting now. But anyway,
Duke.
No, it's just the funny. Actually, speaking of naming droids, nicknames. So before all of my kids were born,
that's
I
a
had
good story.
droid. I had droid nicknames for all of them because we hadn't named them yet.
Well, you were saving the
we were
names,
saving the name.
right,
Yeah, we like to save the name until we saw them. I mean, we pretty much nailed it down. But we'll start with I had BBH, which was Baby Hawkins. And then I had R2B2, which was R2 baby number 2.
Yeah.
Yep. And then I think I just did 3PO.
Yeah.
For the third one, and then for the fourth one, what did I do? Oh, I did R4.
Yeah.
Yeah, R4, which is technically Obi-Wan's droid. But anyway, it was a fun time. So nicknames and droids.
Because they got little not stuffed animals, whatever, stuffed droids.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
Little
that was
things to
one of the
connect
things that
with all of them.
they got. When they were born and stuff like that, they would snuggle up. It was pretty cute. But anyway, so that's the fun. We've been leaning on this a long time, but everybody had great answers.
Yes.
And did you name yours?
No.
Do you want? We're gonna give it a little bit of time. At some point during the stream, we're gonna have to settle on a name.
All right, I will. All
right.
But real fast, Emberise said I would probably create my own droid. Maybe name him Serif 9 or Serif 9.
What a cool name.
Yeah.
Serif 9.
Serif. Yeah.
That sounds intimidating.
It does.
That would be kind of intimidating if you're running into battle. You got to think about that in some ways. BMO to me.
I don't.
What's the army of mouse droids?
Call.
Yeah, well, I know, but anyway, you got to make it sound kind of cool.
Okay, yeah.
What's the army of mouse droids called? What would that be? A swarm? I forgot. What's a group of
mice?
Mice. A swarm of mice. You could spell it though differently, right?
Yeah.
You could do like M1C3 mice.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I like that. Anyway,
Skylar said a scurry.
A scurry.
Clever. I love it.
I like that. That's great. Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah. All right. We'll figure out ours. Don't you worry. We'll figure it out. But we got a lot more to talk about tonight. Well, not that much more, but more to talk about. And we'll keep checking in with the chat as always. The chat is always on fire. You gonkers. Did I miss anyone actually before?
I'm looking back just to make sure.
If I miss somebody, you can bring it up as we keep moving on.
Sounds
here.
good.
But all right, we're gonna jump into some Holonet news. But before we do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your frenemies about us, so we can continue to grow this wonderful Star Wars community together. Because with all of us together, we can make Star Wars
butter.
Nice, nailed it.
Yeah, I was ready.
You're doing a good job with this duty, this extra duty I thrown on you.
It's a lot of pressure. I didn't realize.
Yeah. Well, you started off the gate pretty hot.
I did?
FNC.
Oh, well.
So
I didn't mean it. I was just trying.
I know.
I just get myself into trouble way
Well,
too
we all do
easily.
in this show. It's stay on target where we do everything but.
I should blame KG, but she's too sweet, so I
Whoa,
won't.
whoa.
I won't.
Even the fact that you just brought that up against a gongster is questionable.
No, okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I forgive you.
Well, thanks.
We'll
Hopefully
see
she
if
will
KG
too.
forgives
I know.
you. Might sick her, what was it? The
Yeah, the
IGK?
IG.
IG,
Yeah.
IG after you.
I know.
Oh, man. All right.
She shrugs.
Well, let's jump into the Holonet news. Oh, actually, no, we're going to jump right into it if I hit
Okay.
the right button. All right, so Holonet news, baby. Obviously, one of the biggest things that's happened, I'm going to try not to smile too much through this news, but... and it's not fully confirmed. I just want to say that as well. But the Acolyte Season 2, or at least the Acolyte in general, has been canceled. From all accounts that we've heard, it's canceled, and I kind of want to throw a party.
Oh, wow. Wait, what?
I said I wasn't going to do that,
Yeah,
and I
was gonna
immediately
say.
did that. What a twist.
Yeah.
But I don't think they've fully announced that it's canceled. But
Really?
are they going to do that, though? I mean,
No,
everybody's
usually
covering
you sweep it under the rug.
They're trying to sweep, and obviously they didn't announce it before D23.
Yeah, there was no way,
Yeah,
right?
The timing is everything, Gary.
Well, plus they had different actors from Acolyte at D23, so they had probably already made commitments for all of that.
Did they have Acolyte
Yeah, I
actors
thought what's
Oh.
his face, the stranger.
Oh, yeah, Manny
Mm-hmm.
Jacinto.
Yeah.
Which it was his birthday whenever the news came out that the Acolyte was
that's so
canceled.
mean.
Everybody was like, seriously, you did it on the dude that actually did a good job on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a few that did a good job as far as I'd say the was it Korean actor?
Yeah.
I forget his name.
Soul was his actor. or
Yeah,
was the
Soul.
character
I thought
name.
he did a good job. I just think they gave him absolute dung because if you see him
Yeah.
in the other show that he's known for,
Squid
Squid Games,
Games? Yeah.
he does a fantastic job in that. So it's not the actor, it's the content and the material they gave him to work with. He tried everything he could, but when it's bad writing, Lee Jung Jae, yes, thank you, Icy.
Nice.
Whenever you have that bad, it's just bleh. But Manny Jacinto's birthday, and then the news drops that
Yeah,
Acolyte Season
ouch.
2, which was something he was great in,
Yeah,
I would
he
say.
did a good job for sure. How'd you describe him last week?
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding. Don't
I
go there.
opened mouth and inserted foot on that one and
Yes,
made it
you
sound a
did.
lot horrible.
That was
Kind of like
hilarious.
you earlier in this stream.
Mine wasn't that bad.
F and C,
Well, I was just saying letters.
fact checker,
Exactly.
Yeah.
My letters. Wait,
My
that
letters.
sounds bad. too.
strawberry milk. Anyway, yeah, so
So
That's what we've heard.
officially, unofficially.
officially, unofficially, pretty much everybody's covering it right now. So how does that make you feel, fact checker? Are you conflicted about it? Are you Casey's saying blue tongue? Wow, you got the gonkers saying that.
Yeah,
That's
we
awesome.
Do. That needs to be in. Oh, okay, that's an idea.
Oh
Okay,
no,
gotta
she's gonna write
some
it
stuff
down. All right, well I'll keep it on me while she writes that down. But yeah, so that news is a great news to me, in my personal opinion. I don't want to see anybody out of a job or anything like that. But they spent $180 million on essentially hot garbage, and they just. I mean, there is so much more important things they could have spent that money on. It's crazy to me that they even spent that much. It's terrible. I still think eventually we might find out, and I have nothing to back this up. I have no idea. But that there might have been some cooking the books type situation on that.
You said that from
'Cause there was rumors
beginning,
about that a
for
while
sure.
ago. I don't know for sure. Obviously, no idea. But that'd be interesting if we found that out. Because the show did not reflect how much money they put into that. I mean, there's some okay scenes, but overall, it is just a big filler waste of time. Personally, lore breaking, in my opinion. It just not good. So I'm glad that they're not moving forward. And that was kind of the big question for tonight. Even our title for this show was, do you think Star Wars Lucasfilm is finally listening to the fans about how much they disliked it? Or is it just a sheer matter of views to profit to how bad it did? You know what I mean? Like, is it purely business, or are they actually coming around and saying, okay, yeah, pretty much all the fans hated this. not all the fans, but pretty much the majority of fans, in my opinion, dislike the show, and it even shows in the reviews. I mean, you couldn't even candy coat it. Even the people that would chill out for it had to eventually be like, no, this is hot garbage. Like, so anyway.
Should we do a poll on that?
Yeah, let's do a poll. Are you guys, what's the poll? Are we doing?
Well, the question of the live stream.
Yeah. Do you think Disney is Lucas?
Or why do you think this happened, maybe?
Okay. Yeah, we can go that route.
Because then we can say, because they're listening to the fans, business issues, both or neither.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. You're in charge of that. You are the fact checker.
I'm trying.
You are doing like 8 different things right now.
Trying.
It's impressive. Everybody clap for the fact checker. Just one single clap. I want to see that. I think she deserves it. You did. Yeah, me too. All right, we did it. Nice.
All right.
But yeah, how? I know you're trying to. Sorry, I need another panelist.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Chat. How do you feel about? No, that's why they're going to do the poll. Yeah. So it's crazy to me. We could go into it forever, but it makes perfect sense. The numbers were there. I even saw that they actually came out with the ratings for the last, I think it was the last episode, and it didn't even get half as much as, I think it was either Ahsoka or Andor for the finale. They said Andor was bad, but Andor did better than Ahsoka. And then I'm pretty sure Acolyte, for the numbers, the viewing numbers for the finale, didn't even get like a quarter of the, or like a half of the way to Ahsoka. That's how bad it was on the views. It couldn't even make lists for like top streaming things or whatever. Granted, those numbers are all kind of goofy. They don't have a great system set for like how you can tell views, because they're all like pulling. How do they pull the data? It's really interesting, actually, if you go into that. It's like, because TV was a lot easier. You could see how many people tuned in or were watching the station. I don't know how they did that either necessarily.
The Nielsen ratings.
Nielsen ratings, yeah. And the Nielsen is still doing the streaming ratings, but they do it by like watch hours versus like people viewing in, because watch hours makes sense, but there could be a family. I don't know. Disney, they all kind of do it slightly differently, so it's hard to tell what the numbers are. But even going off of their numbers previously, you can tell that it was a train wreck. Yeah. So how do you feel about this, though, fact checker, now that you're not doing 10 things at once?
I thought I heard after episode 2 or 3, I think it was episode 3, that the numbers really dropped off, and I should have fact checked my own thought there.
Yeah, do your own research. Do your own research on this, because we're not. I'm not 100% sure on these numbers. This is just what I've heard, and I've seen a couple of different places.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit too, but overall, my take on it is that, well, I didn't like the show basically at all. There was maybe a few things that I didn't mind, but the overall different aspects to it were not good, in my opinion. So I'm not necessarily bummed, nor am I surprised. I didn't think that they would get another season.
Right. Although, even to combat that in some ways, with how Disney Star Wars has been doing things, I mean, they greenlit Ahsoka for a second season.
I was worried that they would do a second season.
I was worried that they were going to double down, triple down, whatever they're doing at this point, quadruple down.
I know, exactly.
That's why I was like, it would have been hilarious in some ways, because we could have made fun of it, but like we did kind of already. But anyway, there was not the power of many in this one.
No. So yeah.
ACO-GO BYE BYE BYE.
That was the full title of the show
that was
tonight.
It was fun.
But overall, I do kind of feel bad for the people that did enjoy it, and they just lost out on, potential more to the story that they didn't mind watching. So, as a viewer of, all kinds of shows, I hate it when, something I'm really enjoying gets canceled. So that's never fun. And I feel for them.
But you did. Oh, you're saying for the people that did enjoy it.
Yes, for those that did enjoy it. Yes. Yeah, so I can see both sides. Personally, I'm on the side that is not disappointed that it's canceled. But I feel for those that
did enjoy the show. Yeah. I mean, there's some.
Because for them, it was more Star Wars. And, of course, we want more Star Wars. But we also want good Star Wars.
Yeah.
And that's the question.
Yeah, it's a question of quality versus quantity. And,
Yeah.
and this did, I think this did way more harm to Star Wars than
Yeah.
it did. I mean, that's what Disney Star Wars has done, though, for the most part, is harm the
Yeah.
brand more than it's helped it. I mean, look at it.
Yeah.
Everything's diminishing returns. We can
Yeah.
see it in all the ratings. We can see it in the revenue. We can see it in the toys. We can see it everywhere. Just general interest. People just aren't interested in it anymore. I mean, heck, we've seen it in our numbers even here, you know? But I see Alpaca Whisperer jumped in saying the way they just added Yoda and Plagueis at the end, almost an afterthought to generate interest, makes me happy. There won't be a season 2.
Yeah.
Agreed. That was one of my biggest. They just canon-wise didn't line up, didn't make sense. It was just dumb. I mean, I thought the look of Plagueis was kind of cool. They just didn't treat things with respect. It was terrible. And honestly, this news isn't, like you said, it's not surprising. It's almost, but in some ways it is that they didn't double down on it. Just to be like, screw you fans, like they've been doing for like the last 10 years.
Because there's plenty of people that were begging for more. Wasn't there, big campaigns to save this season?
They like to say there was a big campaign.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I keep hitting the wrong button. They like to say there was a big campaign, but I don't. I think there was like 1,000 people, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah.
It was not very many, at least from the limited amount of research I did on it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I get your point, KG. Of course, everyone has different opinions on what makes Star Wars good. So yeah, absolutely. So in my opinion, that wasn't necessarily good Star Wars, and so that's why I'm not disappointed. But I get that some people did find it good.
I think
so. Hopefully, we can have another show that maybe more of us together collectively see as a good show instead of dividing us so much.
Yeah, that's the thing. It just creates division in Star Wars, which isn't good for anybody or any brand. That's the thing. It's bad for Star Wars. If they did a second season, what they need to do was get rid of pretty much everybody involved with the first season. And then what they should have done is just gone like full on like Manny Jacinto, Plagueis, and
what's going on there.
And then explain why Ki-Adi-Mundi and Yoda knew about these Sith Lords and didn't say anything or didn't mention it or having to
it probably would have been safer
forget.
Just to leave them out of it.
Yeah.
Just focus on the dark side like they originally promised, right? Because this was supposed to be about the dark side, the Sith,
it was supposed
right?
to, but they made it about space witches. It was just weird. It just didn't make sense. So.
No.
I think, Kamir was the best part. CKG said that, at least his fighting.
And don't bash the Jedi. I mean, that whole story,
that was the other
that
thing.
was rough for those that see the Jedi as good people. I mean, that's what we've been trained to see.
Right.
Not that they're perfect. No one is perfect.
Right, exactly. Well, we've reviewed the crap out of it. We don't need to reiterate everything
it just brings it all back up.
I know, it does. It's like bad memories again. Like,
yeah.
Oh, man, that was just bad. Dan had one of the worst burns ever. Was just like, I watched that and I was just disappointed. It was like such a dad thing to say. He was just like, how embarrassing for those people that made that show. Now, obviously not the actors or the people. And it had so much potential. That's the thing that's so annoying. Like, it could have been epic, but they sucked it up so bad.
And seeing and reading different people's comments on it, they definitely had such great hopes for what could have been and maybe what they could have done in season 2. But sorry for
sorry for
a
the people
loss to some Star Wars fans.
Yeah, sorry for the people that wanted a second season. But hooray for us that didn't. Sorry, that sounds a little insensitive. I don't mean for it to be insensitive, but I feel like a lot of us, I did more damage than it helped the Star Wars universe, and it's just.
I think because they shoved a lot of politics into that.
Yeah,
and we get so much in our everyday life that when we're trying to watch entertainment, that it's not entertaining anymore because it's back to the harsh realities of life and different factors. So
Star Wars needs to go into a back to tank right now.
Probably.
Speaking of back to, I see a good comment here from Duke. I was so stoked for the premise of the Acolyte and went in with decently low expectations. Good idea with anything Star Wars, Duke. Was genuinely surprised. I disliked it a lot. Yeah, that's sad. Whenever you go into it with low expectations and come out disliking it more than your expectations, that says a lot. And obviously why it had such a horrible rating online. Also the way they promoted it, everything. I mean, it was like that's like a classic case. Like basically, if Disney or Star Wars want to get popular again and bring fans back, is look at everything you did with the Acolyte, literally everything, and other than Manny Jacinto and some of the fighting, whatever, but do the opposite.
Yeah.
Like the way you marketed it, the way the people you had involved, like what are you doing?
It seems like it's pretty obvious what people did like about it, which was
fights.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
want the fight scenes. They went a little dark with some of the fight scenes.
Yep.
Which is fine. Yeah, you wanted the dark side.
They wanted a Wookiee, and they gave us a Wookiee, but they didn't give us a Wookiee.
They did for like one scene. They cheaped out. It felt like they cheaped out on so much when they had such a big budget.
Yeah.
Like, how do you do that? How do you make it feel cheap when you have $180 million?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just
yeah.
It is terrible. Anyway, let's stop talking about the Acolyte.
Okay.
Anyway, it's officially, unofficially confirmed. But the big question, though, which is in our poll right now, let's bring that up right now, and we'll talk on that for just a minute before we move on. But the question is,
do you want me to end it or?
Yeah.
Okay.
End it. Go ahead and end it.
Or should we give people a few more minutes?
All right. We'll give our opinions on it. So, do we think Disney is actually listening? Disney Lucasfilm is listening to the fans. I don't think it's necessarily that they're listening to the fans. I think it's that they're finally realizing that we can't go much further down. Further? One's a measurement of distance.
Yeah.
One's don't get caught in the weeds.
No.
But they can't keep going down at this rate. They're gonna go bankrupt. I think it's more hitting them in the pocketbook than anything.
Yeah,
Plus
probably.
all the bad press that they've gotten for it. It's just that bad on the ratings. Everything about it was just terrible. So, other than Kamir, granted a few things, whatever. And if you liked it, great. We're glad you liked it. For us, no, hot garbage. But we can all have our opinions. That's why we like everybody who joins in and can give their own opinions, because we all see things differently. But
and it's good to talk it out.
And it is good to talk it out. But yeah, I don't think it's that they're listening to the fans, honestly.
Okay. Interesting.
Unless I've heard kind of rumors that maybe Favreau is back into contention for running Lucasfilm.
Whoa.
I don't know for sure, but I just heard some news today. I think WDW Pro was talking about it, and he had some interesting takes. No, it was actually another channel as well. I forget the name of the channel. I try to give credit where I hear things. Granted, give it all a grain of salt. You never know.
Sure.
But how he's even doing it with the movies, and how they were talking about how they're trying to revamp the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
And
which is clever.
There was technically, so in this, what I heard, they were talking about how the insider basically heard that. So the bean counters were talking to Filoni, and some of the things they were talking about, he said to them, granted, again, this rumor, that if they're saying you're telling us to put a lot of money into redoing this park.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, yes, you do need to put that money into it but it's because you screwed up so bad in the first place. He said you need to put the original characters or things like that in it, and if you do that, you're going to get all of that money back.
Wow.
And then they came out and said, though, this again. I should be quoting whoever it's coming from. I feel bad. I will try and find it and link it if we can. But they said that this person that was in the room, they said, well, you're already making us spend a lot of money with your either de-aging or deep fake technology that's going into your movie.
Ooh.
So the theory there was actually that he's going to be bringing in deep fake versions of Han, Luke, and Leia into the Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
Well, and that goes along with the news that they said Mando and Grogu are going to be seen in one of the rides at Galaxy's Edge. So they're already bringing that show into it. They've announced that. So okay,
I think it's just they can't go much further with the current state of Star Wars when it comes to money.
At least not.
You're not making money.
Yeah, I mean they have that Rey movie, but that's down the road for 2-3 years.
I don't even know if that's happening.
Oh, yeah, I know, but that's what they've said.
They said, but
so, but
I'd be very surprised.
if it does happen, then you're connecting to movies that were not fan favorites from a few years ago now, and there's been a lot that's happened since.
Right.
The majority of fans, would absolutely love to see the original stuff.
Right. And they at this point, what Favreau's saying is not wrong, if this is true.
Yeah.
You have to go back to what made Star Wars popular.
Yeah.
You have to go back to what made you money. This is also a business decision.
Yeah.
He's not just doing it to spend money. He's like, you have to spend this amount of money so that you can make money again. You've done so much damage with everything you've done so far. You're going to have to turn it around. And my hope is that in the next couple months to year that KK is going to be gone.
Yeah.
That's my hope. And I feel like if this is true, and Favreau, yes, and I think maybe Acolyte was potentially one of the biggest nails in the coffin.
Wow.
Potentially. I don't know for sure. But I don't know if it's... But you also can't not take the fans' reaction to this seriously. I mean, the downvotes for the trailer for Acolyte, the audience score. I mean, everything just shows that if you're just looking at it from a simply business solution, like for you even, if you looked at those numbers and you saw the score of that show, I mean, would you deem that a success? And should we continue on with that? That cost us $180 million to get the kind of response and the viewership that we got on it. I mean, it's not even close. It's so close to one of their lowest ones, which is Ahsoka, and diminishing returns.
Yeah.
Every show that's come out, it's gotten worse and worse. So you have to think somebody smart enough at some point has to be like, we can't afford to keep doing this.
Yeah.
We're losing way too much money. We need to change something. Even the bean counters, even if they're crazy out there bean counters that agree with all the ideology, putting it all in there, it still comes down to hard fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
For sure. The numbers do tell the story. Sometimes you just feel too passionate about it, so it's easy to say, okay, no, let's try again. Let's put a little bit more money into it, or a lot more money because maybe we didn't market it enough, or whatever. You think, let's try something different and see if it can survive. But this one was pretty bad, and I think they made the right call.
Yeah, I agree. I
and hopefully
agree.
are turning things around throughout Star Wars, through the parks, through the movies, through whatever the future projects are, because of all that has happened.
Right. No, for sure. Yeah. I mean, they just can't keep diminishing returns. Nobody's going to be around.
No.
I mean, just to generate like interest in the show, I feel like their marketing campaign was to like try and be diversive, or try to be out there just so that they get some interest. Like, it's almost like bad news is still news. You know what I mean? Like, you're still so what's the phrase?
Like bad marketing is still
marketing, right?
Yeah, that's not the phrase.
It's just something else. Somebody in the comments will let us know, the gonkers. But we should probably touch on the poll, though. What did everybody say when it comes to the poll?
Okay, so 54% said both, that it's business issues and they're listening to the fans. So yeah, pretty much people are thinking it's all of the above.
It's I think that it does make the most amount of sense.
Because they factor together, I think, is what
it depends on
KG
who's
said.
in charge again. If it's still KK, I don't know.
It's going to be tough if
I think
future projects continue under her leadership. And
I just don't know how
maybe
she's
this
still
was a wake up call.
I don't know how she's still there or running things. You think the people in Disney, at least the higher ups in Disney, would have been like, it's an evergreen property. That's the crazy thing. Like, you should just be able to print money with this. And that's what they went for. They gave you total crap pretty much when it comes to content. And they still generated a lot of money in the beginning, but it was all downhill. Like, you think some bean counter or somebody would have been like, we should be trending the opposite way. It's Star Wars, for heaven's sake.
And people were so excited for Disney to be involved.
I'll refute that. A lot of people online were nervous that they were going to Disneyfy everything.
Oh, okay. I guess I didn't realize
and
that.
Those people
I remember
were
thinking
proven true.
They have a lot of money, so they can keep this this ship afloat was my thought, but what did I know back then?
Well, I know we probably don't need to obviously say this, but once you go woke, you go broke. That's a common phrase, and it's always proven true.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening to Lucasfilm Star Wars, in my personal opinion. That's just my beliefs.
Yeah.
But there are many beliefs out
Yeah,
there. But
Skylark
go ahead.
said, I'm pretty sure that this current Disney is about to find themselves, or is only about themselves, I'm sorry. They're more worried about their pocketbooks than fans, but they have to appease the fans to fill their pocketbooks. So it is a give and take.
Yeah,
obviously, you need customers to sell products.
Right, but who are they advertising to? Obviously, they've lost more fans. Disney's lost more fans than they've gained, obviously.
So it's hitting their pocketbooks.
And now it's finally hitting their pocketbooks.
Enough that they are seeing...
They're forced to now.
Sorry.
Oh, no. You're talking about the Mark Hamill thing, aren't you?
Yeah, I thought it, but I wasn't going to say.
Yeah, that guy's not helping their case.
No, not at all.
I mean, just even from an outsider's perspective on that.
That's politics.
Like, don't bring it in.
Yeah.
Just don't. You don't need to bring it in.
No.
That's the thing, and that's the problem. That's what they keep stepping in. They keep stepping in Bantha Voodoo because they keep bringing these real-world things into a galaxy far, far away. Keep it a far, far away so that we can enjoy it. It's a way to escape. We've talked about it many times.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be reminded of real-world stuff when I'm watching Star Wars, when I'm watching my heroes that I would rather aspire to be like, and that are fun, engaging, entertaining. That's what it was so good for that. And now it's like, no, you know what would make shows great? Bring in real world problems. I like the realness of it. No, get out of here with that bull crap. Nobody wants that.
Yeah, it's tough. So yeah, this is funny. So Duke and Hunter both were telling us the
Duking
phrase
it out?
the phrase we couldn't remember. Bad publicity is good publicity.
That's what it is. Okay.
So that might have been their motto.
Yeah.
But,
I feel like that's what they tried for on this. I think they knew they had a train wreck. I think they knew it.
No.
And I think they were just trying to do anything they could to get any interest in it. So
'Cause they
even the whole
pretty
Khmer
quickly-
thing seemed like a more last minute, even from the way that they were talking about it.
Oh.
And I saw, who was it earlier, said that there was a rumor. Again, take it with a grain of salt. But who said that? I think it was either Sonia or... Oh, man. Sorry. But they said basically that... I'm not sure who it was, but that I saw. I should have named it right then. I'm sorry if I let me know if I missed it.
Yeah.
But it was basically that Dave Filoni came in
Oh,
and
I think that was KG. Yeah.
rewrote a lot of it to like temper it down. Like it was too like almost R-rated. So he came in and kind of squashed a lot of the darkness out of it.
That was KG, yes. That Filoni came in and sanitized it to make it less dark. Don't know if I believe that, though.
Yeah,
Is
so
what
it's just a rumor. I think that's a real... Yeah, I can't hit the right button to save my life. But I think that's a real possibility. It seemed... Well, and Dave's head of all of the creative at Disney, they gave him that title.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that was the best choice because honestly, even under his watch, it's not been great.
But
it might be
again-
because of KK, but also his wife's nuts.
Well,
So
but where did he come in the process of these projects, already being formulated and built and
it's a
You know,
change to cost
produced.
ratio in that point at that point.
yeah.
But then
Yeah,
why
exactly.
isn't he involved from the beginning?
Well,
And he's
because
been involved now. He's been in that
Contracts.
position for like well, I guess, even still, a couple years down the road. And,
Yeah.
and I
Things
thought this
take a lot
show
of
was
time.
filmed like a long time ago, actually.
Okay, yeah.
And there's only so much you can do to fix it.
Yeah.
I get that. But even his own show, that's the thing. So even when people say that,
I know.
I always point
I
back to
know.
Ahsoka for me
and
personally.
I will always point out that there was really good stuff in there that we all really liked.
Watch
But we don't have to
Rebels
go down
and then immediately watch Ahsoka. You will be disappointed.
No, I'm just talking about.
I guarantee.
I'm
Okay?
just talking about the world between worlds part.
But they didn't even... Yeah, that's the only... Okay.
Exactly. That's
The
all I'm
only
saying.
thing, and even still, that was kind of like a way out. I don't know. And they even knew that was going to be the best because that's what they put into
know,
theaters.
exactly.
They didn't even put the ending. They knew it was going to be...
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, let's move on. We got more to talk about.
That's funny. Kate, you said that's
well.
all right. We like seeing the pink mic as you keep flipping
Yeah,
that.
thank you. Sorry. I can show it again.
Ooh, I
we were hoping
like
we'd
it.
have a third tonight, but we do not.
Yeah,
We
I don't
donuts.
think he's gonna make it.
Yeah, no worries. All right. Well, we got all the gonkers here, and that's what really matters.
They're rocking it.
They are rocking it. Thank you guys for keeping us on target and for tuning in and having fun commenting with us. We appreciate all of your feedback, and thanks for answering that poll as well, because that was the big question for me. I don't know. It's yet to be proven as well. I'm really interested. Skeleton Crew, I'm more interested on how they're going to go with that, because that could make or break a lot of things too, because everybody's kind of like, is it going to be good? Is it not going to be good? And then I think we can pretty much all, if the Lego one's bad, that's going to throw me for a loop. It will. I've got my
there though. Gonk in there.
I know, but they
Jedi
could still go agenda route on it and make it total garbage. And if they do that, then oh man, they shot themselves in the foot. I don't think they will, because it's Lego Star Wars. But again, now I'm getting my hopes up for something, and it might come back to bite me, because it is Disney Star Wars still. So that makes me nervous. But anyway, that's why Skeleton Crew, we just haven't heard enough about to really get like a good feel for it.
I just don't understand why they're so slow with the trailers on some of these shows and movies or whatever. I mean, they just released pictures. They just released a trailer finally, but what month are we? We're August. So we're only about 3 months away from it dropping, and you need to build some hype.
They're definitely, I think even weeks leading up to it, they're going to be cranking out the content. They do shorts. They're going to be doing everything, get everybody trying to watch.
Yeah, but normally you post a bit more.
Well, they put the trailer. So and that's
4 months out.
I know,
but no,
they could have put it out a while ago.
I mean, it's
but
just
they're
like
trying to wait.
Movies and stuff. You put it out a year in advance,
right? But they also were trying their best to keep Acolyte at least getting some views.
Oh, so they
squash other things
to try to help. And see that
right?
They have such a diverse catalog. That's so silly.
Yeah.
You don't do that to other movies coming from the same studio.
Right.
You give it all a fair shake.
Yeah, I know, but it's Disney Lucasfilm. I don't know. It's hard to understand where their minds are.
Well, and it makes me worried that they're so late, or they're like working on it to the last minute because poor planning or whatever. And I get that. That is incredibly stressful.
I'm hoping it's a good sign,
Right,
but it might be bad. I don't know. It depends. There's so many variables. It's so hard, and we don't know everything that goes on.
We're not behind the scenes.
I wish we did.
When Hannah's in there, she'll give us the behind the scenes.
Yeah, exactly. I like what Duke said. I'm sending my mouse droids if the Lego is hammed. Or harmed.
Harmed.
Sorry. I thought I read hammed. Hammed. Sorry. Harmed. Yes.
Some ham, Dustin?
I completely, I must be getting hungry. Yes, I completely agree with you. Duke and Fair as well. KG, love Balin and Shin. I thought they were the best part of the show, which is sad whenever everybody loves Ahsoka, and they've done so much, and they made her not likable. And in my opinion, she just wasn't likable in the show.
I know a lot of people thought that for sure.
And she was so good in everything else animated that came before it. That it's just too bad.
Oh, what was it?
That's why it's so disappointing.
Just yesterday or today was the 16-year anniversary of the show coming out, or the movie coming out, or something about.
Of which one? Of
the
Clone Wars
being introduced, I thought.
Oh, is it the Clone Wars movie?
Yes.
Anniversary?
Yes,
oh,
I think that's
okay.
what I saw.
I don't even know. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
16 years?
Random facts.
Well, you can fact check it just to
From
make sure
FC.
if you want. Why don't you FC that?
I know
okay.
That's true.
But yeah, that's cool. Anyway. All right.
Random.
That's random. Well, there's a lot of random things that come up tonight. Stay on target. You never know what you're going to get here on Stay on Target. But more news. Was there more news that we were going to cover?
Well,
we did kind of briefly gloss over the Mark Hamill situation.
Yeah, that's all it deserves.
Yeah.
But there was also the small bit from Boba Fett.
Oh, yes. Let's cover that as well.
Yeah,
Tamora Morrison, that was just recent, too.
Basically today,
was coming out with he was at a con, I think, again. And the funny thing, Tamora Morrison is he just seems like a cool dude. Like, he's like 60-something now. He was obviously in the prequels as Jango Fett. Did an amazing job in that regard. And basically, what unofficial, again, is he hasn't got a call from Disney Lucasfilm to come back for either Boba Fett Season 2 or the Mando and Grogu movie. I think he's more disappointed about the Mando and Grogu movie. One of the things he said was, the Mando stole 2 episodes from me. It seems fair for me to step into the Mando and Grogu movie. But technically, he did also step into Season 2 of Mando. So to be fair, but also he was talking about basically how kind of bad that show affected, or how people didn't like it very much, affected the chances of season 2. But for him, it was, I don't know, I unjustly for him, I want to see him again as Boba Fett, because if you watch season 2 of Mando, that's the Boba Fett that we deserved. The Boba Fett we deserved.
I heard someone call him
Boba Fett.
No, it wasn't even that. They said
Boba
wrong. I was like, no, like Boba Fett.
Boba Fett? What?
So weird.
Get out of here with that.
And I'm like, you're not a Star Wars fan. Stop talking about Star Wars.
Immediately.
And I agreed with what they were saying until I heard that.
Until they said Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, so it's just disappointing in my opinion. I want to see more of Tamora Morrison as Boba Fett. Good. He did a great job in season 2, and I think he would definitely get jacked again if he had to. I mean, granted, he's 60, so I mean that's difficult to get in that kind of shape whenever you're 60 years old. Heck, it's hard for me in my 30s to try and get into shape.
But he's pretty handsome, so
Tamora Morrison,
he's got it.
He's got it. He was also Aquaman's dad. Did a great job in that role
really
as well.
Good there.
But I'm bummed by that. He's just very real, and that might also be why I think in some ways it might be hurting his chances to come back to Disney Lucasfilm. He's definitely winning with the fans, in my opinion, because he's just being raw, real, and fun guy. But I think Disney Lucasfilm might be like, dude, stop making us,
because he's too much of a strong dude.
Yeah, he is. But man, I'm bummed. I'm bummed by that news. I hope they call him. Maybe with him saying this and the fans talking about it, us talking about it, people talking about it, that we want to see Tamora Morrison back. We just want to have better leadership in charge of handling that character. Because that's where it came. He was always complaining. He's like, I'm talking too much. I'm saying too much. Boba Fett's not supposed to do this. He was going against things, and he was outspoken about it. Even after the fact, he just couldn't hold it in. And that's like a lot of Star Wars actors that have gone back into Disney Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
So,
well, because I just lost him. Yeah, he I lost my train of thought.
No.
Dang it.
Oh
no.
I see here Hunter Davis says, my hot take is I want Boba seasoning 2 just done right. Hot take is I want
still cooking probably.
Boba seasoning 2 just done right. Yes.
Oh, I was thinking Boba and Fennec Shand. They were such a good pair. I liked the two of them.
You
together.
like the two of them together?
I mean, in some ways, she can drive me a little nuts, but they were good, henchmen and
I think
good. I don't know.
I didn't mind their chemistry together. I think they should lean into that kind of chemistry, in my personal opinion, and give them a happy ending. And
like a relationship?
Yeah, I think so.
That'd be cool.
Why not? He's a changed man, right?
Yeah.
Still keep that mystery, but Tamora Morrison could get that. I mean, look at it in Aquaman. He's got that charm to him in Aquaman.
Yeah, he does.
He could pull the charm.
It's the smile for sure.
Yeah, don't give him this like a bantha. Don't make him like too goofy. Obviously, that's not Boba Fett. You got to keep him mysterious.
Yeah.
But I mean, even in the what was it? Wasn't it even in the Return of the Jedi? He's got like ladies hanging off of him.
Oh yeah.
Boba Fett.
Yeah. Got a lot of chats.
Yeah, what are they saying in the chat?
Well, let's see. Yeah, Hunter said earlier that Tamora doesn't care about anyone's thoughts anymore. He just does what he wants.
Yeah, which I can appreciate that about him. That's what I like about him.
Yeah.
And he's saying what the fans are thinking.
Yes.
He's more in touch with the fans than Disney Lucasfilm.
So with all of us fans together, we can maybe
get Tamora Morrison back.
Yeah, there we go.
We can make some butter so he can eat it, get ripped, and come back as it's a long process.
Okay. Yeah. KG said Book of Boba Fett had potential, just took a wrong Spy Kids tone.
Yeah, exactly. Great. Yeah, well said, because it was the director of Spy Kids, or the creator of Spy Kids, who did that, and it felt it. You felt it with those Vespas, man, and that terrible sequence. Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's like they go the complete wrong direction with all of these shows. I'm like, do you guys not understand who these characters are, what they've done before? Did you not watch any source material on them? Heck, I would just prefer if they wiped everything out and they went Legends. Legends, for how goofy some of that stuff is, at least it's not nearly as bad as what we've got. It's crazy to me. I don't even understand. They have source material, but KK didn't even know that. But it's definitely not shelved, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, yep, that was that news right there. Kind of crazy. but kind of not. It's understandable how he's upset about it. I hope he gets his chance. I think everybody does as well because we liked Tamora Morrison as Boba Fett. I want to see more of him. I think he could do a great job. Even if you just kept him in the armor most of the time, just talking and just wrecking shop. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Bringing in
less in the back to tank.
Yes. Less in his undies.
Yeah. We don't need to see
that
him
was weird.
Recovering all the time.
No.
We know he's getting older.
Flashbacks. That's the thing. Also with Star Wars, like they never did flashbacks before Disney Lucasfilm, and I think that's been actually hurting them quite a bit because it's a different kind of. I mean, it can work really well, but if done wrong, it's just kind of annoying. So anyway, we can talk about this till we're blue in the face, but we got more to cover. So
Skylark said Boba Mance.
Boba Mance, yes.
We do want some good romance. And
Hunter says Ming-Na Wen's a good-looking little 50-year-old lady. I know she is. And Tamora Morrison. I mean, they both still got it. That's what I'm saying. If you bring them together and you let them be awesome, fight awesome, and be like a crazy duo, like give them a happy ending. We would all like that. It's like growing old together, realizing that you're growing old together, but still awesome. Like who doesn't want to be awesome in their 60s doing crazy things?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Definitely.
But anyway, sorry. Let's move on.
Okay.
Unless you have anything else, fact checker.
Well, Hunter compared it to them doing the same thing with Din. He said like 6 words in season 1 and then became chatty in season 3.
Yeah, they definitely, again, missed it.
They did. Along the same point, there was 2 very strong
Well, they based Din off of
characters.
Boba Fett.
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
Which is funny.
That
He
makes
actually
sense.
wanted to do that. He wanted it to be Boba Fett, but they wouldn't let him do Boba Fett, so he created his own, which was basically Boba Fett.
That's so funny.
Which is hilarious. Why it was funny that they actually both came together.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
it's
pretty
the same thing. Yeah, too many words. There's just the mystery. You start taking away the mystery. I liked how they developed Din's character more so than, and he's younger, so there's just a little bit of difference there.
You need a little bit more from him
Right.
to fully understand him.
Love
And
interests are never bad, in my opinion.
Yeah, he had the right words at the right times with
with
Bo.
With Bo.
But then they just didn't follow through enough to
They
give
just-
us that Din.
They don't want to commit to things. Yeah.
Dinbo Mance.
Yeah, Dimbo, baby. But so let's move on here. We are going to cover.
Yeah, there was the other one.
What?
James Arnold Taylor.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you. You reminded me of everything tonight.
I remembered
it all kind of came up last minute.
Yeah.
But another one here. It's really cool to us.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, real fast because we were talking about it in the chat. It was just recently KG's birthday. Remember we did wish her birthday eve.
Yes, we did.
Eve, and her husband too. So officially now. She
now.
is leveled up.
Leveled up. Nice. Happy birthday, KG. We're so happy for you. We hope you had the best. Was it today or?
No, she said Sunday.
Sunday.
Don't make fun of me.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying it funny.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Because you say it funny.
Yeah, Sunday was her birthday.
Happy birthday, KG. We are so happy for you and your husband. So I hope you guys had a incredible birthday filled with the Force. You both deserve it from what we know of you.
Oh, my goodness.
No, I'm just joking. No, they do.
They
I do.
definitely do.
I'm sorry. But no, happy birthday for sure.
And yeah, I think it's Sonia's sister's birthday tomorrow. So happy early birthday to her as
We're just doing all the birthdays. Nice.
Yeah,
Happy
just tie it all
birthday,
together.
Sonia's sister. Yeah. We love birthdays. I love birthdays. They're fun.
Yeah, they are great.
That's not the wedding. I almost said the wedding one, but
And, no, it doesn't
quite
work.
It doesn't work
for
here.
birthdays.
No. All right. Let's keep moving on. So anyway, unless you had something else.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm keeping silent.
No,
Let
you're
you
good.
Do your thing.
So James Arnold Taylor, actually, a video just released with him. Where was it? Was it the 700 Club who did that?
Yeah, I believe so.
Anyway, it was kind of personal for us in some ways too. But James Arnold Taylor, I guess back in the day, he was kind of, what was it? He was just getting more started out in his career.
Yeah, sounds like he had a really rough childhood.
He had a rough childhood.
But he always knew that, or from an early age, he knew he wanted to be a voice actor, right?
And maybe we can link that the link to that video so people can go and watch it. I think it's a great video. And basically, they were interviewing him and even his faith, his faith for him and how strong and how God healed him from almost losing his voice during a very crazy, intense time in his life. And it was just a very inspiring story. It was also just kind of uplifting in a world of Star Wars that's kind of depressing. We got some uplifting news from James Arnold Taylor, and he's just such a cool dude, and he does a great job. So if you don't know who James Arnold Taylor is, he's the voice actor for a lot of different stuff, but most notably for us, he voiced Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars series, and did an excellent job. And he voiced many actors many voices of characters in the Clone Wars series. Did a fantastic job. But he was talking about it was trying to land jobs at the time, and there was black mold in the house that they moved into. He had just adopted, or is in the process of trying to adopt his daughter. I mean, kudos to him even for adopting in the first place. That's awesome. I mean, that's just cool. What a guy right there.
Yeah,
coming from
absolutely.
a tough background. It sounded like a rough home that he grew up in. Knew he always wanted to do voice acting. Cool to know that from a young age. I feel like knowing things like that and then chasing that from a young age really sets you up for a better future if you can accomplish that. Obviously, you still have to accomplish it. But so cool, the story there, and how he basically, the black mold affected his lungs, or not his lungs, his vocal cords, and he almost lost his voice. The doctor was basically saying he was going to lose his voice. But he took steps to hopefully get out of that, but also basically got down on his knees and prayed that, with everything going on in his life, which was totally crazy at the time, trying to land jobs, but then also adopting his daughter and moving into this new house and dealing with this issue. And then on top of that, it felt like his career was over and he was going to lose everything. But he just dropped to his knees, and he always just wanted to be used in a way for good, and spoke openly of his faith, and just prayed to God that you would heal my lungs, heal this instrument you gave me to use to better this world. And God healed him through that. And I just think that's incredibly uplifting, personal for us too. We've seen lots of things in our lives that we wouldn't even be here if God didn't help us out.
Because when there's no hope, you can really, really struggle unless you have that faith and again, in my opinion, to lean on, because there's always hope with God, and He's always on our side, and has a plan for our future, and not to harm us. So
exactly, and I think he put that so well in that video. I would encourage everybody to go and watch that. I thought it was a great take. Great interview, and just an all-around great
some interesting
guy.
Twist we won't give away. So
right,
gotta go watch it.
Yeah, definitely go watch it. We don't want to ruin everything there, but it's just some uplifting news. I mean, kind of a crazy situation that was turned around, and it kind of explains. I always wondered that about him, but you never really know for sure.
Really? Okay.
I just kind of got a feeling for him because he just seemed like such a nice guy, and just wanted to be involved with everybody and work well. I did see recently he just met Star Wars Theory as well, which is really cool.
Yeah,
that was cool too. It seemed like they got along great.
Because he wasn't. What was Theory saying that we need to get that the fans need to help get James Arnold Taylor to Disney, Tokyo, Japan.
To get him to the Star Wars Celebration.
Thank you. Yes,
in Tokyo.
Yeah,
in Tokyo. But yeah, it was crazy story. Definitely go watch it. Check it out. Great bit of news there. It was just cool to watch him and follow him. And he also, the other thing, I don't know, a lot of people know, but he did his own channel. He's done his own YouTube channel as well. But he also was cool watching and listening to some of the interviews because he did kind of like a Clone Wars throwback to all the voice actors. And he had a lot of voice actors come on that show. And Sam Witwer was actually one of my favorites, of course. Sam Witwer knows so much. And they had such a good time, both of them. It's great stuff. If you want more Star Wars content, Clone Wars content, definitely go check that out. And James Arnold Taylor, we just wish the best for him and pray the best for him in the future. And he's done a great job, and so cool for him to speak out on his faith. That's not always easy to do for a lot of people. I mean, we do it here, not all the time, obviously, but that's a big part of our lives. And we just appreciate that he did that as well. So cool stuff. All right, well, let's jump into... We're going to jump into X-Men 97 now, baby.
Nice.
Unless there's any news I missed again.
I think that was it. It was a lot.
We covered way more than I thought we were going to cover. I was like,
it's just funny how the Star Wars news has kind of been popping.
It's been hitting,
a lot lately. I'll take it.
There's both been a lot, but not very much. So it's kind of, and then now it's just like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
We were kind of in a desert there for.
It's unexpected right now.
Yeah, yeah, but it's fun to cover. Good stuff to talk about.
Absolutely.
And the Gonkers are always gonking away, always winning in the chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna pivot here a little bit. We have been reviewing X-Men '97 series, having a lot of fun with it. Some craziness there. Ooh, should I talk about? Yeah. Actually, speaking of craziness, I think it was New Rockstars that came out with a video talking about, in the nicest way possible they could, about why they fired the main guy from X-Men '97, and sounds like he did not get along. It sounded like he was just very difficult to work with, and that it just got to a point where they had to let him go because he was just too much. He worked on The Witcher apparently before that, and they let him go from that, or he got fired from that as well. And then there was also basically
a track record,
and I think he was trying to totem to be himself to be like, I'm the one who created this. Everybody else, it was just me. You only get this with me. But it's a team. It's a team effort. And granted, I'm sure the work he did, we really enjoy X-Men '97. So the work he did, I mean, it does seem like it came out well in our opinion. But if you're difficult to work with, and there's also some other allegations and stuff like that behind the scenes. But yeah,
so it might have been for the best.
Yeah, it sounds like it was for the best.
Okay. Well,
is there
hope?
Granted, I don't know about, we don't know all the details. This is still kind of rumor territory.
Yeah.
So I don't know for sure, but just from what we've heard, it's probably best that he did step away. Although I just hope the show in some ways doesn't suffer. But if you have a difficult to work with person working on the show, I can see where that would it basically made a hostile work environment.
Yeah, no, not
so
fun.
That's not good. Anyway, but let's jump in now, covering that not fun news. We're going to jump into the actual show, which a lot of people worked on the show. It was not just one person.
Yeah.
It was a team effort, and I think the team that they had together did a great job. And I'm hoping the team moving forward without him will do a great job as well. But this week's episode, we covered, it's episode 4, and it's called Motendo Life Death Part 1. They kind of had a 2 arc thing going on in this episode.
When I saw the title, I was like, what
in
the world is going on? Then I watched the show, and we'll get into spoilers.
Like, what the heck is happening? But so it was an interesting one. Let's do some pros and cons first, because we're going to do non-spoilers. This is non-spoilers of X-Men '97 episode 4. All right, so if you haven't seen it yet, we're not going to spoil it yet. Stick with us, and we will have some spoilers, but we're going to jump right back into some more Star Wars stuff. Let's start off with some pros and cons. Yeah, this show is just super good. It's crazy to me how good this show, and it just gets better and better. Although I will say, this episode wasn't my absolute favorite, but I still liked enough of it to enjoy the episode. And that's me personally. So let's do some cons first. What are some cons for you, fact checker?
Well, this okay. The focus of the episode, for part of the episode, was not my cup of tea.
You're talking about like
I don't
one
want to
specific
spoil.
character,
Yeah, one specific
video game, like I guess you could say,
Sure.
VR.
Yeah,
it was kind of VR style.
It just kind of there was parts that seemed to kind of come out of nowhere, which is fine. But I'm like, how does this help the story? So maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised down the road. But I wish there was more focus on what was happening then, in the whole scheme of the story. It felt like fluff. Got there. That's what it felt like. This felt like a fluff episode.
Okay, just did not hit.
At least a good chunk of it did.
Which is kind of funny. There's still character development in this episode to me.
Was there?
Not a ton. Not a ton.
Okay.
Not a ton, but you do learn some things about, even in that segment of the show, you learn some things about that character and potential for that character in the future.
Okay.
That's what I kind of enjoyed about it. Now, liking gaming stuff in some ways, I didn't dislike it as much as you did. I feel like, but I will say a con for me though is it felt the most, at least that aspect, but heavily contrasted by not, was the first part or whatever, the one part we're talking about. Non-spoilers, people, it's hard.
It's so hard.
It felt the most childish, I guess you could say. Like you go from like almost heavy-hitting stuff in the first 3 episodes and a lot happening and moving the story along quite a bit to this episode kind of taking a detour. That's what it felt like. It felt like, okay, now we're in detour territory. And I guess you could say filler, although I feel like there's... It's probably my least favorite episode of the entire thing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Still, even with that. Because, on one hand, they go super kind of childish with a lot of stuff in ways. It felt almost like classic, like non-serialized, here's a fun episode type of deal. Kind of self-contained. But then they pivot, like, throughout the show to go to, like, a... Or is it just the end? I'm trying to remember.
It's just the end.
Just the end they pivot. So then they take a pivot at the end and you're just like, at the cliffhanger and you're like, what?
It was jolting.
It was jolting.
And honestly, once again, I'm watching this episode and I'm like, wait, did it just jump another episode and I somehow missed it? Yeah, I love that, KG.
Yeah.
So I even checked to see if I was still in the same episode. That's how, like, I was watching. I mean, I always kind of multitask, but I thought I was paying close enough attention to not see it, instantly change to the next episode.
Right.
And so then when I confirmed I was still in the same episode, I was so confused as to how we got there and why did we even need the first part. But again, maybe I'll understand it later.
Knowing what comes, it's setting up a little bit, but even to me, I feel like it could have been more in its own episode or like in a later episode, how they could have explained things. It does work out kind of, but I'll say this is the biggest detour. This episode is like the biggest detour from the main storyline. I mean, granted, these are still main characters, but
are they? I don't remember enough. I guess.
And a lot of this is reminiscent of. This is, I feel like, more heavily based off of the original X-Men, because there's stuff that happens in the original X-Men that they're tying a lot of this into.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, if you don't know that, it takes away from the episode. Also a weak spot for me. They didn't do any like reminders or anything like that.
Yeah, that's
true.
They
don't set it up for you. It's kind of more of just like, boom, you're into this one-off style episode that's not as engaging to me as the rest of X-Men so far, 97. Everything else was like pretty heavy hitting. Granted, there was a few cons, but this one for me, it felt like almost fluff in a lot of ways. Felt like a detour that we didn't necessarily need to take.
Yeah, no, I mean, there were some positives. The biggest one is, sure, I got some romance in an X-Men episode.
That's true.
Didn't
That's
really
a great
care
point.
for or think that was necessarily going to happen, but okay. I mean, I don't mind some romance.
Right? You got 2 romances in this.
Oh, I don't count the other one.
You don't?
I mean, I need to see more of that one first.
Okay.
I'm curious, but the one we got was like, oh, okay.
Okay, it was a little jarring.
And then they shut it off. Then they moved to the other story. I was like, this is so goofy, but all right, whatever.
It was a little childish. It felt kiddish. And we got to preface this in some ways for you, now that you're choking. Are you okay? Okay, first of all, she's okay. All right, breathe, fact checker. You don't absolutely love animated stuff as it is.
I think we have covered that.
Yeah.
But
so
no,
I'm just saying.
My favorite. I just check out a little bit quicker, or it doesn't feel as real to me.
But even
for
somebody who likes it, like me, I still wasn't as engaged in this episode as other episodes.
I mean, that makes sense because it was just goofy.
Yeah, it's a very goofy one. It was definitely felt like more childish, more just goofy.
We'll
Granted,
have to get
the characters
Nick's take on it when he's back.
I know. I can't wait to get Nick's take. He will be back. Unfortunately, he's dealing with some stuff right now at home, but he will be back. Nick. Yeah, prayers for Nick for sure. Yeah, but Yes, it's just for me. It's I show the pink mic. Prayers for Nick.
That's
Obviously,
just Nick now.
he's missing.
Ooh, that's the emoji. I gotta make notes.
It's gonna be the pink mic is
Nick.
now the emoji for Nick. We
Is
just
Nick.
discovered
Pink
it.
Mike with his hair
Yes.
and beard. Okay, we
I
got
like that.
there.
That's hilarious.
I knew it would come together.
Yep. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, some pros in there. There was some character development, a little tiny bit for like one of the characters, and they do try and hook you at the end with the cliffhanger ending.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, otherwise it was pretty jarring, and it just the other story just didn't really seem that necessary.
No. I like the first part of the episode again because they. Okay, but spoilers. Okay, shoot.
We'll jump into. Let's rate it and jump into spoilers.
Okay. Yep.
I think we've talked about it enough.
Yeah, probably.
All right. So for me, this one out of 10, I would go. I'm going lowest score on this one. Again, it's tough because I know the rest of the series. But just on this episode alone, when I got done watching it, I was like, okay. It was more like a 5. I'm going to go like a 5 out of 10. I mean, that's halfway. That's right in the middle. It was very mid for me. There was fun elements to it that I appreciated, and I felt like a kid again in some ways watching like Saturday morning cartoons. Like, this one isn't my favorite, but it's
funny.
on. It's a cartoon. I'll watch it.
More X-Men.
Yeah, I'm getting more X-Men, but not my favorite. So 5 out of 10 for me. I think that's maybe 6, 5, 6. I'll stick with 5. 5.
Okay.
All right, what's yours?
Yeah, I was going to say 5, but I think I'm going to go lower. I think I'm going to go 4 because I didn't like the split. And so I didn't like 2/3 of it. So it can't be mid. It's got to be a little bit lower in my opinion.
For you. Oh, that's fair. No, that's totally fair. We got to call it where we see it.
So it's kind of funny. I was trying to think back what had I rated some of the other episodes. I feel like I'm kind of ticking down, and you guys keep saying this is so good, and I'm getting a little bit nervous now.
Really? Okay. Well, everybody's got a different opinion, so it might be more impactful for us in different ways.
Yes, very true. Very true. I'm not the target market for this.
I don't know. I don't want to sway your opinion.
Okay. Well, I'm hopeful still. I am still hopeful to see how this turns around because I know you guys love it so much. And,
it was,
and I trust. I have faith.
It's still, even this being a 5 out of 10 is still.
Or 4 out of 10.
4 or 5 out of 10. Even still, it's 10 times better than Acolyte, in my opinion. And most shows that have come out on Disney Plus, because at least
it is Disney
even
Plus.
their side story. Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying.
Okay.
Even still, their off episode, in my personal opinion, is
that's
still
true.
better than anything else we've gotten.
It wasn't a 0, you know.
Right.
Yeah, very true.
So, anyway, all right, I think that's fair. Let us know if you guys have seen this episode. I don't think a lot have, but if you've seen it, we've been singing its praises for a while. I still think the show is great. Again, lots of people worked on it, and I still think it's a great show overall. It was a lot of fun, and it harkens back, and it treats things with respect with what came before, and still moves things along, and they have a fun time with it. So I agree. I think it's still worth watching. If you haven't watched it, definitely give it a try. Get past the 4th episode. By that point, you can just finish. They're not too long, so that's the nice thing too. Even the side episode, it was kind of like, it was a little disappointing whenever I watched it because I had to wait a week for it to come out. The benefit of it now is you can just keep watching.
I'm watching it weekly. I'm not rushing
so you're getting
into
that.
the next one.
So you're getting the same feel we did.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I don't want to throw it too much, but next week's episode,
it changes things.
Possibly my favorite episode of anything X-Men ever.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Okay.
That's how crazy this next episode is. Just batten down the hatches.
Hang in there.
It's I can't wait. Although I don't know if you'll have the same opinion, but still, I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to throw anything out. All right, we got to get to the spoiler section and then move on because I think we've lost most everybody.
I know.
X-Men is not. We're a Star Wars channel mostly.
Star Wars, yeah.
But there hasn't been a lot of Star Wars to cover, so
we have spent a good amount of time on what there is.
Yeah,
but
and X-Men we really enjoy, especially that show. I think was worthy of reviewing. We had so much fun with that compared to anything going on in Star Wars at the time. So that's why we chose to cover it, and we've had some fun questions about it.
Yeah.
But all right, let's keep moving on here.
All right, so we're doing spoilers.
We're going to jump into spoilers. And if you haven't seen X-Men Season 1, Episode 4, we're going to spoil it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Everybody dies.
Everybody dies. I don't know. They do go pretty creepy.
All the video gamers died, or no, the what are the CPUs or whatever?
Yeah, CPUs.
They died.
Oh, you didn't like that?
Oh, I didn't
It
care.
was a little sad in some stuff,
No,
I guess.
didn't care about it.
So the point I was going to get at
Yeah.
was that they showed like a future version in like an alternate dimension, basically.
This is the Jubilee story.
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
straight Jubilee, and she's the most childish of them all.
Yes.
You know, the youngest
Just
one.
turned 18.
Just turned 18, you know, being a little rebellious,
Yeah.
but then gets sucked into this video game.
Bully.
I know.
Oh, I was like, what is going on
I know.
here?
It's a character, though, from the comics. Motindo,
Okay.
or what's his name? I just lost it.
Moto,
Moto,
was it?
yeah, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, and it's funny because I think it hits a little bit better in the 90s because like, even the technology and the stuff they have in
Yeah.
the game is like very 90s.
Was that like a Sega or PlayStation? No, like I remember those
I
cartridges.
think it was like kind of like Sega.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
cute.
all of them had the Sega did, the Nintendo 64.
Okay. Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Probably Nintendo 64. But it was still fun enough for me. That's what it reminded me of as a kid. It kind of took me back to that. But like nowadays, being like virtual reality and stuff like that, it's like kind of a different feeling. It feels
Yeah.
almost more childish or just outdated, I guess could almost be the term.
Yeah.
But in a way,
Yeah.
you're actually being like transported there. So it's like virtual reality, but you're there and there's real life consequences. So it's kind of Matrixy in some ways.
Yeah.
But my point is though, they do show a version of Jubilee, an aged up version of Jubilee that is pretty cool, and like learn some newer like abilities, I guess you could say, like how basically the older Jubilee is like you've just barely scratched the surface, almost in some ways, of your potential.
Oh, okay.
Because she was doing a lot crazier things. It felt
Yeah.
like to me.
Yeah.
But the whole it was definitely a offshoot. It was kind of a detour. And what were they trying to get across? Were they trying to get across that she's supposed to be growing up now, not such a kid anymore?
Yeah, that she hasn't reached her potential yet. And then it was about him too. What was his name?
Yeah, Sunspot. Wasn't that his name?
That doesn't sound right.
What is it? I forget his name
It was
now.
like Solar, wasn't it? Or no, Flare. No. Oh, it was Sunspot. You're right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Sunspot
Yeah.
is his name. It's not a very good one.
No.
But it is his name. I forget his actual name, like
Character name.
in the show. That's his like X-Men character name. But yeah, and that whole like Roberto, yeah, yeah, that kind of like romance between the two of them is kind of, you're getting some romance,
Yeah.
but it's like very childish.
Very childish.
And it's just kind of goes back and forth. So I don't know.
and
It was
then
hard to lock in.
Yeah, the question kind of throughout the video game survival story, which it was cheesy, super cheesy in my opinion, and that's why I didn't
it was
love
pretty
it.
cheesy.
Sorry.
It definitely had that 90s cheese, like
Yeah.
animated Saturday morning cartoon cheese, more than any other episode.
Okay. Yeah.
Way more than any other episode. That's why it felt so like different compared to the rest. Like it's
Yeah.
like a curveball thrown in the middle. You're just like, what? Okay, I
Well,
guess.
and then huge plot convenience. How did the stupid game get there in the first place?
Yeah, I feel like that's again.
How do these people keep getting into the X-Men house? Or, school or
I know.
whatever.
They
This
have
is
like zero
creepy.
protection.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
This is nuts.
For being like the protectors of like
everyone,
they suck at protecting themselves.
Yeah, people can just get into their bedroom and put a video game there.
Yeah,
or
creepy as all
hide
get
in
out.
the, or
I mean,
clone your
Granted,
clone
that
someone and
character's
swap
kind of like
them out.
interdimensional in some ways, so it's like popping in and out, like can teleport kind of situation.
That's
So
still, like,
it is still weird. You'd think they'd have a better defense, especially if it's happened before.
yeah, like the episode
Let's
before.
try and prevent it. Yeah, exactly. I was like,
Like,
this is
lock this place
yeah.
down.
You're like, the X-Mansion is one of the least safest places ever.
Exactly.
Based off of this show and previous shows.
Pretty much.
That's
at
crazy.
this
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
So
there is some plot convenience
Yeah,
there.
I didn't love that. But then, yeah, she kept asking him or telling him, use your abilities, and he kept saying no because then they'll see me or whatever.
Yeah,
and so I don't feel bad for him enough to support that. I'm like, just use your flipping abilities
Right.
so you can get out of this and not die yourself in
Right.
real life. It's
Exactly.
just so silly.
Yeah, exactly.
So it just seemed immature, and that's not my favorite.
Right. No, for sure. That definitely had a little immaturity to it. Plus, it was very comic booky, like kid style. So I agree. And then let's switch to the ending, though. What did you think about the ending?
Okay, so I was on board with it for sure until he revealed that he played whatever part in helping to create that technology to diminish X-Men's power or whatever.
I mean, that was a pretty big revelation there.
That's
if you
huge.
haven't seen, I think, the earlier stuff.
Yeah, I just don't remember any of it.
But yeah, he was the one who helped. Well, because I think he did it more though for like Phoenix situation. I don't know. I need to go back and watch, like rewatch the actual original series to be getting all of the references.
Yeah, it sounded like he wasn't involved with it fully, and he got out of it before it went much further or something like that. But he still played a part. So then, as much as I'm trying to connect with this stuff, I did feel her anger, her justified anger towards him. Yeah, to feel betrayed that he played a part in even her current situation.
Right,
now.
and that's what was used basically to take away her powers.
Yeah.
So that's a great point. Yeah, she was definitely upset, but then it gets doesn't it get even weirder?
Yeah, but before all of that, I liked that he was trying to help her. They did that chamber thing. You know, they're trying different things to really help her get her powers back.
Right.
I was disappointed when she didn't after that
I know.
tube or whatever.
Right, because they were like really trying there, and you were like, oh yeah, she'll get it back.
She went outside and you saw the trees move. I knew it wasn't going to work, but I was hoping.
Right.
And then felt bad. And I did wonder if there was chemistry with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that betrayal or that he reveals that information. And, she justifiably got upset.
Right.
So the slap was, and then he's like, but no, I love you or whatever. Like,
yeah.
no,
you're like,
wrong time.
Wrong time. Yeah, this dude, you got to work on your timing.
Seriously.
Your Riz.
He was doing so good until that point. And then he blew it.
He totally
for
blew
sure.
it.
But I still have
Right
hope that maybe they'll come back together because I wouldn't mind seeing more to that story.
Right. And romance, you can't go wrong with good romance like that.
No.
Though it's still, I feel like they didn't really take a lot of time to develop it. That was kind of like the weird thing.
Didn't.
I feel like they could have developed it a little bit better.
I think now they have to.
Right.
Because she slapped him and she's saying no, but maybe they'll find their way again.
Yeah, so that was like kind of a left turn in some ways too. I mean, they did tease it at the end of a previous episode. I forget which one, but he shows up at the bar with her or whatever, and then introduces himself. But then this one, it was kind of like, okay, now we're jumping into this story, trying to get her powers back.
Yeah,
which is cool. I like that. You know, kind of redemption.
He helped
style.
her with the horse riding to feel like she was, flying again or feeling the wind. That was all really, really sweet. But then
agreed.
And then she said something about the owl keeps floating around or whatever, and my mind jumps to Star Wars and Ahsoka. I'm like, okay, that means something. Obviously, it's got to be something good, right?
Right.
and then what the heck
and
was
then
that
it turns
about?
into like a horror. They like horror in some ways in this X-Men 97.
Yeah.
Very creepy with that owl. It's a character. It is a character in X-Men. And it's got like its whole, I forget all about it, but there's a lot to that owl actually in like legends or lore for X-Men. And even I think in the previous show, I think, again, it's like you kind of almost need to know more about the show than what they're giving you. Not necessarily, because you're still understanding what it's like, the intentions of the characters. And that's why it's still, personally better written, because at least they're telling you what the intentions are.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's still very like weird left turn, and you just go from like the VR video game goofy child drama, like really kiddish drama, and then straight into
horseback riding
and like a couple type situation that they didn't develop very well. No. He's trying to help her, also professes love, but failing miserably, especially on timing, finding out that you're trying to help me because you're the one who basically are responsible in some way for me getting here. So it's like, I could feel betrayed. And then you're introducing this crazy owl that's trying to like
came out of nowhere,
suck your soul. It's like super weird.
What was it? It said like it feeds off of disappointment or something.
Yeah, it was like something like
dark.
that. Yeah, it was very dark.
And so it chomped on him but like got him out of the way, which was weird. Like, what's his force abilities?
Yeah, he's got some interesting
I know,
abilities
but
for
use
sure.
them again.
But he's more tech involved abilities.
But then, and then it takes her. But like, it was weird how it all even happened. I forget. Did she leave the house or something? And then suddenly, it's like I don't know. It just all to me seemed.
It was kind of hard to follow in some ways. Kind of like the previous episode. And I feel like they're still trying to get in their stride with this show. Okay. And I feel like they basically did, like last episode and this episode felt more like we got to do some explaining for what we have set up for the end. Okay. So
again, we just got to hang in there.
Hang in there. I'll say hang in there.
This is some creepy, bizarre stuff
that
my
weird.
mind doesn't wrap around very easily, or it doesn't want to wrap around.
And I think they're trying to get you engaged, or at least like there's so much going on. That's the crazy thing too. But you kind of want to follow the main storyline, which this is, but it's secondary and third almost when it comes to Jubilee. But it's about all the X-Men, so it still ties. But there's like a way bigger issue going on in like the first 3 episodes that you're like, whoa, this is crazy heavy stuff.
Yeah.
And then you go to like this childish thing, and then this like demonic presence of the owl.
Yeah, the owl that's
creature
going to eat her, and then they cut off the episode. I did almost push play on the next one
because you just wanted to see something.
I'm like, what is going to happen here?
Yeah, I could go for
but I didn't. But I mean, I definitely am very interested in what happens to Storm, and I believe that she's somehow going to get some powers back or all of it back. But
you'll see
the bird, and
you'll see
that was. It just again, I looked at the episode when I thought it switched to the next episode,
right?
But
it did
just
feel
switched
like
to
that
the Storm
in a lot
part.
of ways. Yeah,
it was 2/3 of Jubilee and then 1/3
of that
of this.
It felt weird. It felt like they almost wanted to do another episode. They should have didn't commit to it.
Yeah, they really should have split it into 2.
Yeah, I think.
That
but
was silly.
But in some ways, pacing though, even if they did, then just the Jubilee episode would have felt even more like a filler if they didn't try and link back to someone else.
Yeah, or they could have tied it back to
it was like double filler.
Yeah, it kind of
Instead of doing 2 episodes, though, at least they just condensed it to 1.
But they did it bad. In my opinion, they did not do a good job connecting any of it. Or even transitioning to... The transition was just...
rough.
There was no transition.
Right. No, for sure.
But like at the beginning of the episode, the X-Men are all sitting around the table, and Magneto's like, "No, you need to train." He's being very stern, kind of father.
Yeah.
And they're all like, "No, it's her birthday. We got to be nice." And some fun stuff there.
Yeah, that wasn't terrible.
All of that engagement.
That was, the beginning of the episode was probably the best.
So they could have come back to more of that and the balance of training to make Magneto happy, but then also celebrate her birthday or, do another actual side mission, right. Together.
Yeah, right. Instead of, I think it would have been better if they would have done something together and the whole team was relying on her.
Yeah.
Not her going off with that one kid.
Yeah.
I think it would have been better if they actually went on a mission and she learned that there's real world consequences, and she does, unfortunately, in some ways, have to grow up, but also still keep that joy that she has in her. I think that would have been a better take than what they ended up doing. They kind of did that, but it was like an offshoot, weirder version off by their, just the 2 of them that didn't really help with the team aspect as well from, like you were saying, with Magneto.
Yeah.
So, like, it would have been even better if, like, Magneto saw that she, like, can be, like, she learned a lesson.
Yeah.
And that she grew beyond. But then Magneto might learn, we still have to have some fun.
Yes,
we can't be so rigid.
Yeah.
That would have been a better episode, in my opinion.
That's what I totally expected.
Yeah.
And then they just cut to her complaining in the room about what Magneto said. And I'm like, no. What just happened with Jean Grey and the...
Scott.
No, the bad guy from last week.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I just lost his name.
The vampire-looking dude.
Yeah, vampire dude. Yeah.
That was some
sinister.
Yeah, very heavy, dark stuff that affected all of them.
Right.
And then in the house. So yeah, you guys all need to buckle down and train, and let's get more prepared so this doesn't happen again, and figure out what's going on. But.
And then immediately some. all that defense is for literally nothing because
Yeah.
she immediately gets taken away.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well,
anyway, yeah,
I think we've
dive
covered
too much
this.
on it.
No, definitely a lot there. Like we've been saying, it's definitely worth watching. I think it's worth watching. It's not hard to watch. They're only 30 minutes. Even if you watch one a night, that's not too much time. I stick in there because I do believe that it is the whole entire show as a whole is worth watching. This episode's not the greatest. It's not terrible if you like animation and if you can appreciate, kind of Saturday morning cartoons. Definitely just give it a watch. I think it's worth it. But that was a fun one. Semi-fun, but not as much. But just wait till next week. Just wait till next week. I'm pumped about that one.
Now hope. Okay.
All right. All right, cool. Well, let's move on here.
Yeah.
You want to jump into game time real fast?
I think so. Gonkers, you guys want some games?
All right, Gonkers. Gonkers, come back.
Yeah,
We're over X-Men now. I mean, like a way to send it out to everybody. We're done with X-Men. Please come back for Star Wars.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's kind of true.
It kind of is. But
There's
thanks
more
for
Pink
hanging
Mike.
in there with us.
Yeah, thank you for hanging in there for all you lurkers and people that are watching.
Yes.
We will have more to comment on now. Maybe we should just save this for the end.
Maybe.
X-Men.
Yeah.
Or get it out of the way or do a separate video altogether. Everybody's just gonks right out then.
So
It's just
funny.
fair. I mean, not very many people watched it. We are a Star Wars
understandable.
channel in a lot of ways. So, all right, cool. Well, let's jump into the game time.
I suggest a new strategy, R2. Let the Wookiee win.
All right. We got a fun game. We did this a few weeks ago, and I'm excited to bring it back.
Yeah, I forgot.
Although I
totally
don't
forgot about it.
I'm gonna need all the Gonkers
That's why
help.
you were putting the call out.
That's
for
why we
help.
need to put the call out. Is there another way we can do come back to the stream?
You'd have to turn it off and turn it back on.
Oh yeah. Can you? Yeah, it would be nice if you could send out another alert for like send to all your subscribers we're done covering this
Or
subject.
we
when
did
we're on
another
a-
chapter in the, how you can name some of the chapters of the show or of the video.
Yeah.
Like if we do it live,
Yeah.
it just pushes that
Pushes
out
that.
to subscribers.
Yeah,
All right,
that-
YouTube, listen.
Listen up, YouTube. We got an idea for you. Make it happen.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. So this game is called Guess the Obscure Star Wars Character. I did not come up with a good name for that. Speaking of which, at the end we're gonna have to say our names for our
shoot.
droids.
Okay, well, I'll be
Don't forget
thinking.
about that.
Oh man.
I'm holding you to it, fact checker. I'm holding myself to it too.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let's jump into this game though. Are you ready?
Yeah. Sonia's ready.
Sonia's
KG
ready.
is saying yes.
They're
but
back. They heard the call.
They did, but unfortunately, she said she had to go take care of her Padawan. She's sick, so
Oh man.
back to school
Well-
infections. That is
that
not
stinks.
fun.
Yeah, well,
Dang it.
prayers for you for sure, and
Yeah.
your little kids there. That is never fun.
No.
Sick kids is one of the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Unless sometimes when it makes them real docile when they're normally crazy, and you just kind of snuggle
You
with
just
them.
enjoy the snuggles.
As long as they're not throwing up.
Yeah,
all
that's
over
true. Or really seriously scary.
Yeah, or seriously,
sick.
yeah. Sorry, I mean it's never good for your kids to be sick.
No.
Granted, sorry, that sounds bad.
You
the way
can
I said
find
it.
positive moments, is what you were.
That's what I'm
basically
trying to
saying.
say. I'm trying to find the bright side,
Yeah.
the light side to all these
There you go.
situations. Now Dustin is looking at the glass half full. That's how I roll.
Nice.
All right, so you ready for this game?
Yep.
All right, let's jump into it. So, yeah, it's called Guess. Oh shoot, I'm doing the wrong one. Hang on.
Try and pull it up.
No, I got it. Guess the obscure Star Wars character.
Okay, so
The name, correct?
Yes, the name. So I have all the names, so I can't really guess.
It's,
so I
it's
think
up
it's
to literally
you
me and the Gonkers.
versus the Gonkers.
Versus the Gonkers, they're going to destroy me.
Probably, but I don't know what other choice we have.
Yeah, I know we don't. We have zero choice.
So whoever
And
gets
the Gonkers are going to destroy. All right, if I win Gonkers, you all have to become members. Just sure. Most of you who are already members.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking to the choir.
yeah,
Preaching to the choir, baby.
yeah, we're very grateful.
Yes, we are. You guys are awesome. And more to come.
Oh, KG said I have an intensely crazy child, so she's a bit more docile. Yes, however, she already coughed directly on my drink and in my eye while cuddling. So
Yeah, you got to take the good with the
no.
bad.
don't get sick.
Don't get sick. Please don't. Oh,
Yeah.
man. We'll be praying for you as well.
Especially
KG.
rough when Mama goes down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's even worse. Ooh.
But anyone sick is bad.
Agreed. Pink Mike. All right, let's do this game, yo. All right, so it's number 11. We technically had 20 before, but counted as number 1 for this one.
Do you want me to renumber all of these real fast?
No. We're just going to keep going. We're just having fun here. All right, so it's a continuation kind of our game before, but a new game. So we're going to jump right in. All right, let's do this. Ready, set, go. Whoops, never mind.
Try again.
Look, the pilot's not here,
You're doing great.
What in the world? Okay, you know what I need to do? I think I need to do this.
No, you're like, your mouse is weird.
Yep, that's my mouse. Why does this happen to me? Dan, where are you?
No, I think you just need to select the one thing.
I'm trying.
That's like scrolling select. Choose how you navigate. What does it say?
Bear with us, people. It's a live stream. You never know what's going to happen. Oh, my goodness. How embarrassing, Dustin.
KG said, I love that we have the pink mic player as well. I know.
Oh, shoot. I forgot.
No, it's perfect. It's almost like the
Nick's actually been here this whole time. He's just invisible.
It's the AT-AT pink player.
What in the heck am I doing here? All right. Well.
I think just maybe push shift and then try moving it.
All right. It is like not wanting to work for me at all.
Are you pushing shift?
Yeah, I just push shift.
Okay, well, no, I usually move it, don't I?
Wow. Yes, you do.
All right, it's been a while.
Here I was thinking it was all me, which it is.
Well, maybe it was a test and you passed.
No, I didn't. I failed miserably. I was like, why can't I do this? It's because I don't do it. Oh, my goodness.
Sorry.
Wow.
Okay.
Our brains are apparently fried.
Not quite, but got a few things.
All right. Well, while you do
ready?
that.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, see, it moves. It works.
All right, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's do it.
All right, ready, set, go.
Oh, that's, oh, shoot. I know his name.
You're on your own.
I suck at this. Oh, that's, oh, my, he's huge in Star Wars.
Yeah.
I just want to say Dash Rendar, but it's not Dash Rendar. It's flipping.
Think of a cheese.
Oh, don't
KG.
Don't give me hints. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yep, Gunks.
I know what it is.
Got it.
Wex? No, not. I want to say Wex, but it's not Wex. It's I know it.
You do know it.
Oh my goodness, this is driving me nuts.
You've seen Dustin rage.
Oh my goodness, this is embarrassing. Mm-hmm. Like Dan would say, this is embarrassing.
KG,
it's so true. Okay, I know this character. Look at him. It's Obi-Wan's uncle in real life.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
That's cool.
I know that, but I can't pull out the actual character's name.
Yeah. Was he Luke's friend?
He's
KG?
Luke's. Yeah, he's definitely 100% Luke's friend.
Yeah.
Is in all the Legends stuff as this character's.
And the W was right. W-E.
Wedge Antilles.
There you go.
Oh my goodness, that's embarrassing. I personally apologize to everybody who's watching this. I am a huge Star Wars fan, and that performance was embarrassing. And I will try my best to do better from now on for all of you Star Wars fans out there. Wow, embarrassing.
No.
All right.
It's just been
Wedge Antilles. Yes, Wedge.
Yeah, you knew it.
Like and he's huge in the he's Rogue Squadron, dude. He's the leader of Rogue Squadron.
Yeah.
Becomes the leader. And yeah, oh my goodness.
Very cool. But you got there in the end. You didn't need help.
Yeah.
But the chat did get it before you.
It was pretty embarrassing. The
job,
chat.
KG.
All right, definitely one for the chat.
Yes.
Loser for me.
Yeah, well, you're on a little
Learner?
island right now.
I am on an island. We're floating. We're barely floating.
We have faith.
All right, cool. Let's move on to the next one here, so I can hopefully redeem myself.
I'm sure you will. Ready?
Yep.
Steady, go.
Lobot.
Wow.
I knew this one.
What? Where?
I can get this one, but I can't get a main character, basically.
That is so crazy.
All right. I'm seeing it in the chat here as well, so I think
wow.
Was that a tie?
It might have been a tie, yeah.
Can we count that as a tie, Gonkers?
We should.
Okay, because I got that pretty quick.
And they did too.
So we'll call it even. So
Yep.
the chat's got 1 or 2,
2.
and I have 1. All right, good job, man. Gonkers, you guys. I knew I was gonna get wrecked, especially since you can't even think of flipping Wedge Antilles. What a loser!
No, we were just talking X-Men. So
I'm gonna cry myself to sleep tonight over how
You're
embarrassed
just
I am.
gonna
of
dream
this.
about Wedge all night.
Yeah, he's like, how could you forget me?
KG said,
I'm gonna be like flying in the X-wing, and I'm like can't remember his name, and it like kills him or something. And he's like gonna haunt me as a Force ghost or something.
No, shoot. Well, KG said something about Obi too, but that reminded me, off target. Didn't Obi-Wan Ewan McGregor's brother fly in the military, and he titled or named his plane?
No, his call sign.
Oh, okay, call sign
Was Obi too.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Absolutely hilarious
Very
and
cool.
legendary right there. I love that.
Yep.
Okay, well, let's see if I can still redeem myself in some way.
I'm sure you will. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah,
Steady.
I'm ready. Let's do this. Zam Wessel. I knew this one, baby.
I knew that would be very easy.
Did you now?
I figured.
All right, where is it?
Didn't you almost say it earlier?
I think I did, yeah, almost.
Okay, chat got it too.
Oh,
that
man.
was so fast.
Man, they're quick. Man. All right, I don't know. There's no way I'm winning this one tonight.
You're only behind 1 right now, so there's redemption.
All right.
Ahead.
So I have 2.
Mm-hmm.
Chat has Gonkers have 3.
Yes.
All right, pick up the pace here. I'm going to have to say, like, how do I even win if they get it so quick?
Don't get any more wrong.
Apparently, I just have to get it right, and they have to be silent for hours. No, I'm joking. All right, I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's keep it rocking.
All right, ready, set, go.
Oh, the modal nodes.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Oh, shoot. What's the beginning part?
I can't tell you.
Oh, no.
It's tough.
Something in the modal
Ooh,
nodes.
Yeah, KG's got
Dang
the first
it.
part.
I lost it.
You got half, so I'll give half credit.
Well, no, it's something in the modal nodes.
Yeah.
It's not Max Rebo. All I can think of is Max Rebo, but it's not.
Okay, no.
It's not Max Rebo. It's something goofy, right?
Yeah.
What's the first letter?
F.
Yeah, I thought so. It was.
It's not a normal word.
No, it's not. I always forget the first part of this. I always remember the modal
Really?
nodes.
Yeah, I think everyone does. I honestly maybe didn't know about the first part. And
It's like
just say it.
Foggle. It's not Foggle.
There's
It's
a
like
G in there.
what is it?
F-I-G.
Figley. Is it Figley or?
Not quite.
Oh man, I am I'm out on an island here.
Can you get the second word? He sometimes sits beside you.
Nick.
No.
Is it something Dan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
F-I-G. You said, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, I should know this. This is.
It's tough. It's tough.
It's not Figley.
No, it's not. It's not an L after. It's an
Okay.
R.
Figrindan. That's what it is. Figrindan in the modal nodes.
Nice.
Ah, embarrassment again. Shame. I should be shamed right now.
No,
Shame.
it's tough. These are obscure for a reason because you don't think about them all the time.
Right. I don't. Well, I think of the modal nodes quite a bit, but I
Well.
never remember the Figrindan.
Yeah, yeah.
Dang it, Dan. Where are you when I need you again?
Don't throw shade at the pilot when he can't
Yeah, that's a good point.
protect himself. I don't know.
He'll fly us straight into a star. Is
From
it
afar.
From afar. A
That
Death Star.
rhymed.
Gotcha. All right, what's the next one?
Okay.
I gotta make up for this.
All
I'm
right,
now behind by 2.
Well, no, I'm giving you half credit because you got the last
I'm
half.
down by 1.5.
Okay.
Can Dustin pull it back? No.
Maybe. Ready,
Spoiler alerts.
steady, go.
Oh, that's technically it's her Padawan or not Padawan. What am I saying? Her body double. It's Keira Knightley. It's Oh, shoot. Now I'm going to forget her name again. I forget everything live. This is the worst. This is the worst game for me. Not really, but.
You guys chose to do it.
I know. Oh, no.
Oh, the chat is struggling.
Technically, she's posing as Queen Amidala. So that is.
Yeah, but that's not what I have
I'm
written
Queen
down.
Amidala.
That's so funny.
Lego reference. That's hilarious. No, she is. Because there's.
She is a handmaiden.
Yeah.
That's not her name.
No, it's not her name.
It's a very short name, if that helps.
Yeah, isn't it like it starts with an S.
Mm-hmm.
I hate this in some ways because it's like it's
torture.
right on the edge every time.
It reminds me of The Office.
Because she has a specific one, and it's not like Padme, because Padme is.
But it does end with an E.
Yeah. I want to say like Sil or Sid or like.
No.
You said short, right?
Very short. 4 letters. I gave you 2 of them.
Yeah, right.
The beginning and the end. Oh, chat.
It's like sire. It's not sire. It's
No.
like. Dang it! Because it's her specific one too.
Yeah.
She's the handmaiden.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't really talk about it much, but she just says this is my. Yeah, it's more from outside Star Wars than it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it weird seal or Sid is what I want to say. But it's not.
No, it's not an I.
Man. I don't remember. I cannot.
S-A? Does that help?
There's no R.
No R.
Is it an N?
No.
S-A-N?
No.
I'm just guessing, basically.
Sane.
Sane. Yeah.
No.
And it's like I thought it was weird, though.
It is.
Sally.
Do you remember in The Office? The printer?
The printer?
The printers. I think, didn't they start selling printers for a while?
Did they?
They were bought by the company that
Oh,
sold...
Sabe or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like how you had to use a office reference
Sorry,
for me
I
to get the
don't
name. I totally failed
all
on
I
that
could
one.
come
I
up
could
with.
not remember her. That is a deep cut, actually. Well, kinda. They didn't really say it in the movie though. That's the
I
challenging
didn't
thing.
think.
This is all stuff like you almost have to know outside of the movie. It's not like they're like, handmaiden Sabe, come here. They never say that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
The-
Wow. So the chat got me. The Gonkers got me.
Oh, yeah. KG. Sorbet Sabe.
Yeah. Sorbet Sabe.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Good job.
Yep.
Good job, Gonkers. You guys are destroying me. I'm being
Do you want to
royally.
stop while you're behind, or do you want to keep finishing the rope?
Oh. I should stop while I'm behind. Let's keep going.
I
Let's
think we
just.
gotta finish
We gotta
it.
finish it. We're gonna finish it. We're gonna do it quick.
All right. Ready?
Because also we
Oh.
do still have your questions to get in as well. If you have any questions, submit them. And we need to finish our droid names.
Yes, I've been thinking, but I don't have answers.
Okay, that's fine. All right, go ahead.
Okay, ready, steady.
I'll get
go.
this one. Nope. It's not Piet. Is it Piet?
No.
Ozzel?
No. What?
Is
Ozzel?
this Admiral? Is he an Admiral?
No.
Commander?
No.
Captain?
No.
General?
Yes.
Okay. General. There's so many of these. It's so hard to remember these.
This one's funny how it, the name.
It's
the
funny how
first
you
name,
don't know what it is.
I don't, but I know the answer.
No, I mean, yeah,
Oh.
you say that about me.
Oh no. It's funny how the first name reminds me of Andor.
General?
Not general. This, I guess, the middle word.
It's 2.
It's 3 words.
I know. I mean, like the
Oh.
name is General.
Yeah. Something.
It's not Veers.
No.
No, because that's what's
Does
his
it
name.
start with a P? No, it does not start with a P.
They haven't got it yet either.
No. Oh man. It reminds me of Andor.
You're being. Sometimes your hints throw me off more than they help
Especially
me.
first names.
Andor. Landor.
Oh my goodness. first names.
Oh. What's his first name?
You don't remember that?
I can't remember Andor's first name.
No. Well, I can't help you.
Shoot.
I'm just kidding. Starts with a C.
Cassian. So it reminds you of Cassian.
It's
so
very close to that. Very, very close. Just the ending is a little different.
Cassia?
Almost.
Cassie?
No. Don't go up. Go.
Casso?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Basically.
Casso?
Casio.
Oh, Cassio. Okay. So it's General Cassio Yularen.
No.
Cassio. Your mama's a man.
Ooh, KG. I think.
Man, this
she's
is
getting
tough.
it.
KG's
Is that a
destroying
typo,
me.
KG, or is that your guess? Because it's very kind of
General Cassio. If Nick were here, he would get this.
Probably.
General Cassio. Give me a hint for the last name.
T. Starts with a T.
Tarkin.
No.
Terror.
There's
Terrific.
no. It's short.
Tarful.
No.
Turk.
No.
Terse.
No. No. You.
Tally.
No.
Talia. Torture.
It's TA.
Tank.
No.
Tans. I literally have no
Yeah.
idea. I'm
I
literally
think
just
it's
guessing.
tag or tag.
Tag?
It's the TAGGE.
Okay.
General Cassio Tag.
Wow, I did not know that at all. I don't even know if I've ever heard that name.
Okay. Well,
That I probably heard
That was
it,
tough.
but that is, you know what? It lives up to the title of this game. Guess the obscure character names, and so far I've been failing miserably because I'm behind now by 3.5 points.
well, the chat technically didn't get it either, although you were on the right track,
Cassette tape.
KG. So I don't know. What do you think? Give it to him.
They got closer than I did.
Okay.
with
So
the
chat
take.
has
Yeah.
6. Dustin has 2.5.
Wow. Embarrassing.
It's all right. It's all right.
All right, come
Doing
on.
great.
Use your brain here, Dusty Buns.
All right. It's maybe going to get easier.
We'll see. Let me
right.
drink this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you'll get a few more.
I hope so, because I've been doing so bad. Like I said, I'm going to cry myself to sleep tonight.
Aw,
Guaranteed.
Don't do it. Do you wanna
Thinking
take
about
me?
Wedge. No, I'm good.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
So go.
Oh, I
You know
like.
this
I
one.
know it's. Gosh dang it! I forget everything. Everything live.
Yeah.
Why? I just bought this character at like a.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Aw.
My brain is fried.
What do babies? What do you put on babies?
Don't give me hints.
Oh.
Bib Fortuna.
Yeah, there you go.
I knew it. I had to search the memory banks. I was still scrolling through the memory banks to get there. They got it right.
Yeah.
100%.
But I'm going to give both of you a point because I feel bad.
Now you're just giving me
Yeah,
Pity points.
Pity points. That's
not fat version. Yeah, definitely.
I
They
know.
definitely have fat version. It was almost yeah. They did that character dirty in some ways in the Boba Fett. Another strike against them, really.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's keep rocking and rolling. We got a lot.
Oh, Carla just jumped in.
Oh,
Hey,
thanks for
Carla.
jumping in, Carla.
She's been lurking, apparently.
Oh, nice. We
Aw.
love lurking and working.
Oh, whoa. And then Dan is here.
Skinny Bibby. Love it. We love Skinny Bibby. Daiwanawanga.
Yeah.
You know, there's a video of me saying that for 10 hours. Okay, don't do it right now. That's a hilarious interviewed the guy who played
I
Bib
think you've
Fortuna.
sent it to us.
It's
I think
so
I've seen
funny.
it.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's keep rocking here. We got how many left? 3 left?
Yeah.
All right, let's finish this out strong. We got that one. I feel slightly better about myself.
Yes, you're doing great. See, you're on a roll.
You're giving me pity points. You know, I'll take it right for how bad I'm feeling right now. I'll take the pity points.
All right, let's try again. Ready?
Yeah, try
Steady,
again.
Go.
Oh, it's a R4. No. It's not R4.
It's close.
R5.
Yep, but there's another part to it.
R5.
4 technically isn't it?
R5 E4,
No.
R5 R4,
No.
R5 F4,
No.
R5 G4,
What'd you say?
G4,
Oh, no.
J4,
No.
R5 D4. Nailed it.
You got it before the chat, too. But they were
Well,
right behind
not if you
you.
count the time
I
delay.
know.
And you basically gave it to me.
Well,
Wow, I did not know that. I should have known the
but
D4.
you had the R5. So, again, that definitely counted.
Okay. Because that's the same one that's in Mando with the crazy lady.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That blew its motivator, which is funny. They came out with a book a while ago that had this character, but this character actually was like in the rebellion. They gave him like a way cooler arc than him just blowing his motivator. He like does it on purpose for a reason for R2 to be able to do stuff. And he's like, yeah, it's hilarious that they did it.
Funny.
All right. Anyway, we'll keep moving on. But yes, I did it. I got one,
Got
kind
it,
of.
for sure.
Even with a lot of help.
Not a lot. No, you had the first part
I had
completely
to
on
keep
your
guessing
own.
letters just to get it right. Oh, my goodness. All right. Let's finish this bad boy up.
All right, dos más. Okay, ready, steady, go.
Dengar.
Wow.
I
Ooh,
knew
so you just
that
can't
one.
think about it. You just got to go
React.
with your gut.
Blind react,
Yep.
except for when nothing comes to your brain.
Then
you
you just still react.
then you just shout things.
So far, you're
Did I
winning
win?
it, Dustin. Yeah, I think.
I didn't say his full name.
That's all I have.
That's all
is
you have,
Dengar.
Dengar. Okay, good.
I think you got that one. Unless, yeah.
I pulled back for not really. I'm
Yeah,
still losing by
you're
a lot.
5.5. Chat has 8.
And Legends material, which again is better than what they gave us. Dengar is actually the one who saves Boba Fett.
Aww.
In Legends, Boba Fett actually uses a jetpack, which is way cooler in my opinion, to blow himself out of the Sarlacc pit. So he blows up the Sarlacc pit and blows himself out of the Sarlacc pit. Mm-hmm. And in doing so, hurts himself horribly. Mm-hmm. And Dengar is the one who ends up finding him, and because of his ship or something like that, and basically gets him back on his feet. So not a terrible dude, Dengar. He's kind of funny, actually, in some ways.
That is
but yeah,
cool.
one of the original trilogy bounty hunters in episode 5.
Nice.
So they gave him a decent, kind of funny, somewhat funny backstory. And he's almost got some Mandalorian armor there, too.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Sorry. All right.
It's funny. The padding he wears
I know.
reminds me of A Knight's Tale.
You're right. It doesn't fit him quite properly.
Yeah, it looks like so much padding for the little amount of armor he's got on.
Yeah. He's a fan favorite in a lot of ways, though. People really like Dengar.
It's a cool name, too. That'd be
Dengar.
a good
And he's got
droid
kind of
name.
almost like an Aussie accent to
yeah.
him.
Mm-hmm.
It's really funny.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. All right. That was the penultimate, and I nailed it.
Yeah, you did.
So
uno más.
how many am I down now?
So you have 5.5. Chat has 8.
Wow.
So
okay,
this is
well,
for all the marbles.
But I still lose either way.
Maybe.
All right. Well,
But
we'll
this
do our
is-
best.
Oh, we got a comment. Oh, okay. Yeah, Sonia's guessing. Good job, Sonia.
I think Sonia's a little behind.
Yeah, but
That's okay.
yeah.
We're just glad
She's
they're
having
there.
fun with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're just glad we're here.
All
You're here.
right, ready, steady, final one, go.
Oh, not Boss Nass. Captain Tarple.
Yeah, there's a middle word.
Oh, no. Not the middle ones.
I'll give it to you.
It's Tarple. I know it's Captain something
you,
Tarple.
You said tarples earlier, which is funny.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, that is funny. Yeah, for the yeah, I knew it was somebody.
For Tag.
For Tag, yeah. I don't know. Epic arc in the Clone Wars, dude. Crazy epic arc in the Clone Wars. Cooler than anything they did in the actual movie. It's crazy. Epic.
Nice.
It's just like a boss, like warrior in the Clone Wars.
He looks like it for Gungan.
Captain Gungan Tarple.
Yeah.
Captain. What's the first letter?
R.
Ralph.
No.
Captain Rainier.
No.
Captain
4 letters.
Raff.
No.
Captain. I don't remember.
It reminds me of not a chicken, but
A hen.
no.
Rooster.
Yeah, but minus the end.
Roos.
Yes.
Russ.
No,
Roos?
Roos.
How do you spell it? R-O.
R-O-O-S.
Oh. Roos Tarple.
Yeah.
At least we all knew the Tarple.
Yeah, you got the tarple. You guys get the points. I gave points already.
Getting those like extra names in
I
there
know.
is way tougher. Like to the degree
But-
where I'm going to cry myself to sleep tonight.
Unless you're on a YouTube show, you probably won't forget these.
Right?
These might stick with you
They
more.
might. I don't know. I don't think I
because
still
of-
would have gotten a lot of these, to be honest.
Okay.
But it does not help. It definitely compounds the issue that I can't remember anything whenever I'm live.
It's tough, for sure. I think some of these we're going to have to test Nick on. Like,
Yeah.
you pick which ones you think he might struggle
Yep.
on, and let's test him next time.
We will
Not
definitely.
to be mean, but to
No.
see what he knows.
I want to see what he gets.
Yeah.
He probably would have destroyed me, honestly. But
He wasn't here, so chat
we don't
wins.
know. Or was he here, just invisible? We don't
Ooh,
know.
Is he KG?
Anyway, great job, chat. You gonkers destroyed
Yes.
me as
Did
per
you?
usual. You guys are amazing, huge Star Wars fans, and I am sorry for that disappointing showing there. I will do better for you guys in the future. But the gonkers always win. Even when
They
they
do.
lose, they win. But they definitely won this one. 1-1-1.
Yeah.
Bye, bye, bye. Okay, that was bad.
That was
Anyway,
funny.
wow, what a game. Thank you guys for playing that with us. We hope you enjoyed it. Didn't.
KG.
I mean, I did,
Did you
but
see-
Casey says you deserve a wedgie. Wow.
Oh, no.
That was like a double burn.
That really was.
Because I couldn't think of Wedge Antilles
I
and the
love it.
wedgie. What are we in high school? Am I being bullied again?
I mean, we were watching a high schooler in an X-Men show, so.
I never really got bullied in high school.
Oh, okay, well, that's good.
Just want to put that out there.
If the Cunningham family was here, they would
I know, I
be
miss
very
them.
happy for you.
They would be. The Cunningham family is amazing. They adopted me, you know that?
Yeah. Well, technically, they did all of us.
Hmm.
You're not claiming.
I'm just joking. You know,
You're
they-
kicking us
they
out of
definitely
the
did.
family.
No, they definitely did.
Classic.
They're just that kind of classy. They're classy
They
people.
are very sweet.
They're a classy family.
As
And
are all
KG
Donkers.
is apparently my bully.
No, she's not.
No, definitely not.
She's so
I'm joking. I deserve that wedgie for sure. It was pretty embarrassing.
You were kind of giving yourself a wedgie with how apologetic you
Oh,
were.
it was bad.
and
It was really bad.
self-reprimanding.
Well,
it was hard to watch.
Deserved.
Maybe
it was
we
hard to
all
watch.
have
That's
a wedgie
We're
now.
over that segment, guys. Come back. Oh my goodness. All right, well, let's finish up with their questions, and we got to get out of here. We're running long.
Yeah, well, we really don't have. I think we just have a quick one.
That's fine. Let's
but
do it, baby.
well, someone must have jumped in earlier, but came to the questions part and not the chat part. So,
Oh, I see that.
yeah.
Was that Heistman?
Man? Yeah. So
They'll double down.
I think
they were talking about
Acolyte.
Acolyte. That's
Yep.
hilarious. Well, you put it in the question segment. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. We would have acknowledged you. Come back.
Dang it, those alerts.
We need those alerts.
KG said it would have been a wedgie given with love. Just to clarify.
I'm not sure how that happens or how that works, but you know what? I'll take it. It's in that kind of night.
How funny. Okay, so yeah, we got
Happy
that.
birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, be nice. Okay, so we got this question from Sonia, the one and only question tonight, but we've had a great time chatting.
We
so
have had a great time.
It's all
Try to.
good.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm just rambling.
Oh, okay. I thought you
I've
were
lost my
making fun of me.
marbles. No.
Okay, so Sonia's asking, what are your favorite fight scenes, maybe between Din Djarin and Moff Gideon? Oh, okay.
Like which one of
Oh,
those?
between like
Like,
them
yeah.
fighting Moff Gideon and Kylo Ren and Rey fighting. Maybe. So there was at the end of season
Right.
3, there's Grogu, Bo,
Right.
and Din fighting Moff.
I did like that they all came together for that. I feel like
Or like, did you like that fight better than the Kylo Ren and Rey fight? And they had a few fights.
I didn't really
they?
care for the Kylo Ren and Rey fights, to be honest.
Okay,
I did not. I mean, the choreography was decent,
it was slow paced.
but it was just and you didn't have that emotional weight. Like, I feel like the first fight between Moff Gideon and Din, I think that is the best fight with Moff Gideon because the very first fight in season 2, it's the end of season 2. So he's using the spear, which I love.
Yeah.
And he's fighting, and it's a great fight scene, and there's emotional weight invested in that as well because he's trying to get Grogu back. He's trying to save Grogu, so there's a weight to it, and they're both fighting for something that they want. You know what I mean? And that he wins, and even when he wins, Moff Gideon is still throwing shade at him and making him question a bunch of things, even as a captive. I like that. Although the family aspect is really cool, it just would have meant so much more if they would have actually leaned into the family. Like, if they would have had that emotional, a couple or a thing, or at least done a better job with that.
I think,
that would have felt so much, it would have been so much more impactful. Even though I did enjoy Grogu saving them in the fire and the both of them together as a family. It was nice. I think that's definitely a close second. But first for me is still just the Din and Moff Gideon fight that they had season 2. It was just a well-executed fight, in my opinion. Maybe not the best choreography, but it was decent enough. And something we hadn't really seen much of, especially live action with a spear.
Yeah.
Mandalorian or and the dark saber. So
yeah, that was cool.
It was just cool. What about you?
There's pros and cons to each of them. I liked the scenery of one of the Rey and Kylo fights. I think they were on it wasn't great choreography, but they were on that, I don't know, that cliff.
In the ocean?
Kind of, that rock.
Well, they were on like a ship, weren't they? Or was it like part of the Death Star that they were on?
Maybe.
You're talking about Rise of Skywalker, right?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
It's the last movie.
I don't remember.
When she stabs him and then immediately heals him. Is it that fight?
I don't remember. I just remember they're basically surrounded by water.
Yeah, it's that one.
Okay,
yeah.
And it's this, kind of stormy, big waves.
Right.
Like, that part of the fight was epic to me because that's pretty cool. And then I was also like, that's so dangerous. You'd slip and fall in, a heartbeat. But, whatever. It's unrealistic. And
the cinematography was great.
I think that's why I liked.
If you're looking at it from a specifically cinematography.
Just specifically that.
And it's movie, so it's a lot of money invested in that on location.
For sure.
Lots of cool stuff going on.
Yeah. But they probably did some 360 camera work or something.
They did some stuff, and they kind of went super powered in some ways, which actually threw me a little bit
so I'm not really looking at the fight. I'm
you're
looking
more
at
like,
everything around the fight.
Yeah. No, which is totally fine. Sorry, I look at these things totally different than a lot of people.
Yeah, understandable. Yeah, KG said they were freezing filming that scene. Makes sense because, they were getting the splashes from the water, and wherever they filmed it could not have been warm.
No, that would have been, even like fully garbed, it still would have been all wet. Even when you're wet, it's still going to.
For hours and hours.
For hours
on
a time, yeah.
But no, so I would definitely prefer the Mando fight scenes, the Mando Bo-Katan, Baby Grogu, and, Moff Gideon. That was pretty cool.
So which one was your favorite, though?
Probably Mando.
Oh, even though you just talked about...
Yeah, well, that was the part I said I liked both, maybe for different reasons.
Oh, I thought you were going...
No.
Fully.
I would still pick Mando.
Oh, okay.
For the Kylo
and
Rey, there was at least
great
cool
cinematography. Looked good.
Yeah.
Didn't have the emotional weight behind it.
No, and the fighting was slow and all of that too.
Yeah. They were trying.
They were trying.
But it wasn't great.
In the theaters, I don't think I minded it. Because it was just new Star Wars, and I like
usually
most new Star Wars.
Most new Star, yeah.
But no, overall, I liked the Din Bo-Katan, the family fight, and of course
Would you pick
the
that
epic
one?
Ending.
Would you pick that one over the first Din fight? You like the family aspect, right?
I don't remember the first Din fight as much. I remember you saying the spear and the Darksaber, but I do like the family aspect. And
it was pretty epic.
The fire
location.
With it too,
I'd say they did a pretty good job with that. Mm-hmm. And it's really tough to incorporate like multiple fighters against one. Yeah. In a lot of ways. So that was challenging, but I did think they did a good job with that. Mm-hmm. Just didn't have the emotional weight behind it that I feel like it needed. And it was starting to feel a little gimmicky with him.
It was. It really was.
The way they didn't make that work was
questioning. So
but
good question, Sonia. Which one would you prefer?
Yeah.
Let us know. Anyone else?
Yeah, everybody let us know in the chat if we got any lurkers here. We come back. No, it's totally fine.
That'll be you can title it Oh, not next week. I was going to say.
Instead of
Future.
bye, I'll be like, baby, come back.
Yeah, there we go.
You can blame it all on me.
No, you've been doing great.
No.
Whoa.
I need that wedgie. I need the wedgie.
You need the cheese wedge. That's where I was
That's
going.
where you were going.
Yeah,
cheese wedge. Because we did the cheese. I like
so
that. That was good.
Usually, yeah, they're in little wedges.
All right. Well, I think we've talked long enough and wedgied ourselves enough. I think we need to do one last thing and then get out of here. Well, a few last things. I'll do this first. While you think of the name.
Oh, wow.
You need to do the name.
You, like, totally freaked me out for a second.
No, name. You need to name your droid.
Okay.
That you're going into battle with.
Okay.
And then while you're thinking of that, I'm going to say, come back this Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing another LEGO live stream gaming session with Hunter Davis, my boy. And we're going to have a lot of fun there. So definitely come on the channel then. It'll be fun. Just do it, okay? Be there, and we'll talk to you, and we'll have a great time talking about whatever you guys want to talk about as we play a video game. It's a good time. Just do it. All right, fact checker. Did I give you enough time to think of a name for you're doing an IG droid, right?
Oh, I wasn't sure which one I was doing. Gonk or IG. So
you got to look.
I was trying to
we
do
all
both.
collectively agree that Gonk comes first, but you have to pick the second.
Oh,
So
no.
you're going IG, Indiana Greg. that's what I'm saying.
That's what
you.
you're saying for me.
Although it's better than Superfly.
Well, it definitely is better than anything with the word fly in it. Robot fly.
Fly.
All I'm going to hear on Friday. I know.
Yep.
it.
Oh yeah, don't you?
No,
you
it
just
better
wait.
not. We're going
Look.
to stomp that now.
I cannot control Hunter. He does what he does.
That's true.
All right.
Shoot. No, see, Indiana, I can't do that because there's other connections.
All right. I hear you.
Had a turtle. Someone close to me had a turtle named Indiana, so that's where my mind goes.
Oh, instead of Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
What about just Greg?
No, I don't like the name.
You don't like Greg?
It's not bad.
Greg
I'm just
sounds like a
teasing.
pretty good name for a Gonk droid. Greg Gonk.
Really, I was thinking Hank for Gonk.
Ooh, yeah.
It's
That actually works pretty
kinda
good.
funny.
All right, we're gonna go back to your original because you can't think of anything else.
I know.
You're gonna go with Gonk droid,
Yeah.
and I'm not telling you. You can do this. It's up to you.
Oh,
I'm
thank
sorry.
you.
I'm speaking for you, which I should not do.
No, you're fine. I still want to come up with one for IG.
But
it's on the tip. But
I like Hank though because that does work really good for a Gonk droid. You could do. How would you spell it?
HANK.
No, but you got to throw in some like letter or numbers or
Or
something
you just
in there.
do. I was gonna do H and K, but then you think of honk.
Honk, honk.
Which
That kind of
I'm
works
not
for a
against
Gonk
either,
droid.
I know.
Honk, honk. Yeah, you got to get the. How do you get the A in there
I know.
with numbers?
I know.
Or
you could do.
what would be a?
You could. Oh.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
We've made
I
this
don't think
more
we need
difficult than we need
numbers. Do
to.
you need numbers for all?
Well,
droids?
usually for classifications.
Oh shoot.
Or it could be IG. No, you're doing Gonk. Sorry,
Yeah.
you could do. Oh man, I can't remember anything.
You're merging the two.
Yeah. Okay. Hank. I think Hank works.
Hank.
Just Hank. You can just go with Hank. Hank the Gonk droid.
Yeah.
So when you're running into the battle, you're screaming, "Come on, Hank! Let's give him Hank! Hank!"
Hey, there you go.
You know, I think that's a great one.
All right. So you pick yours. I'm gonna think of one for IG still.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
on the tip.
So mine was the Commando droid, which is Arnold. So we're definitely going.
Oh, that's right.
Arnold voice is going to definitely be in there. He's
See,
going
there's
to be
no letters or classifications in that.
an Commando.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, but I got to name him something other than Arnold. I could name him Arnie, and it could be AR. I think I'm gonna have to go.
N1.
Yeah, or yeah.
N1.
AR-N1.
Yeah.
No, ARN-1, right? Arnie, or E, or 3. It'd be a 3. You could do a 3.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Or you could do a 1-3. ARN-1-3.
Okay.
Arnie is the name of my droid, the Commando droid, and he definitely is going to talk like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Get to the chopper. That would be so funny. Oh man,
That's good.
if I could has Arnold ever done any voice acting?
hasn't he? He had to have.
I don't know. We need to look that up.
Can you look
That
it
looks
up?
like ARN 13.
Yeah.
Now that I see it.
So
Arnie.
maybe don't do the
Arnie.
dash. Don't do the
Oh,
dash.
I like that too. You could do R-N33.
Ooh,
Arnie.
Mm-hmm.
I like that better. KG, you're good. You're on a roll
She is really
tonight.
good.
I appreciate you very much. Yeah, I like that one even better. R-N33.
Okay.
Arnie. I think that works.
3.
I think that works. All right. We've named it. Now we got to come up with this. We're gonna need some fan art and now a skit of Arnold,
Arnie and Hank.
Arnie and Hank. Arnie and Hank take over the galaxy. All right, so yours is Hank.
I might as well stick with it. Gonk is the number one.
Gonk is always number one. And speaking of Gonk, I think we need to get the Gonk out of here.
I think so. We've gone longer than I thought we would, actually.
Agreed. It happens every time.
Yep.
But we appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you for being here tonight with us and having fun, just chatting along. A little different, but what?
Speaking of, so Sonia answered her question. She likes both fights.
Oh, nice.
Good. Okay. Makes sense.
Why not both?
There were,
Two things can be true.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yes. Yeah. It has been fun.
It has been
hanging
fun.
out.
It's been real.
It has been real.
Yeah. Let's get the Gonk out of here.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, you guys. Have a great night. We'll catch you next time this Friday. We'll see you Friday. And then don't forget, next week we got Raphael Haybear coming on the show. He's going to be live. It's going to be a good time. You'll see more of that coming. And yes, just stay tuned. We got good stuff coming for you guys. But Gonk out, people. And don't forget to always stay on target. Hank and Arnie signing off. I need to find Dustin to give him a wedgie. What an idiot. Gonk out. Bye.